All right, spirit world questions, everybody. The spirit world is not far away. It is in, it is the next breath, the next heartbeat, a shimmering layer of reality that hums beneath our own. It is a realm of light and thought, where love is the substance of the air and time flows like a gentle river. Here we are met by those who know us beyond words, guides, friends, and family who help us integrate, remember, and prepare for what comes next. In this place, there are no goodbyes, only the endless homecoming of the soul to its native shores. Hey, welcome in, my friends. Oh man, come on, how are you doing, bro? Good to see you in here today. We have some good discussions. I'm just finishing up cooking a little bit of dinner. I mean, I already ate, but I'm just cooking a little bit. So welcome in, everybody, as we get going here. You're definitely able to request up. Just ask that one person speak at a time. That is the goal. I'll read a little bit more. This is the short hook for it. The spirit world isn't somewhere far away. It's right here, just beyond sight, a place of light, love, and endless homecoming for the soul. There are multiple channeled traditions. The spirit world is described not as a single place, but as a multi-layered reality existing right alongside our own. It is a vibrational environment beyond physical matter, where consciousness persists after death of the physical body. Excuse me. It is the native home of the soul. Physical life is seen as a temporary existence, while the spirit world is the soul's ongoing reality. It is a plane of mind and energy structured by thought, intention, and resonance rather than physical distance. In Raw Law of One, 30.4, it reads, and I quote, "You are not part of a material universe. You are part of a thought. You are dancing in a hall of mirrors," end quote. Most channeled materials describe multi-densities or spheres in the spirit world. There's the love astral, that's the closest to Earth, often holding residual earthly attachments, confusion, or unresolved desires. There's the middle astral, or the healing realm, where guides, helpers, and loved ones assist the soul in reviewing its life and integrating lessons. There's also the higher astral and casual planes, these domains of learning, planning future incarnations, and deeper communication with one's group. And then there are the higher densities, regions of pure light and unity consciousness beyond individual personality. Hey Viv, welcome in. Anybody who would like to speak, you're definitely welcome. In quote, April 11th, 1993, it quotes, "The spirit world is not up, down, or away, but within the vibration that lies just a hair's breadth from your own. A world of more light and less distortion," end quote. Hey, hello, welcome in.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Beautiful. What are your thoughts on the spirit world?
Well, I feel like the spirit world is with us right now in this exact moment.
What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate for anybody listening?
Sure, I feel like there's multiple dimensions existing, well, coexisting within our current reality all at once, but they just exist on different frequencies. So we're on a particular frequency, which is within the third dimensional one. So we can only see what we can see, but if we tune our frequency, we're able to see other dimensions as well.
Is this like when I daydream and I'm like flying off into outer space?
Possibly. It just depends how lucid you are when you daydream.
Right? Yeah, I can see very vividly if I want to. Whenever I want to, I can always visualize. Or like if I think of something, if I think of a new idea, I come up with a new idea very easily. And some people say like, "Whoa, how are you doing that?" And it's just something that I've always been able to do, like tap in and be able to see these new inventions possibly. But I never like make them into fruition much. But I just have that. I
I
feel
feel
like
like you might be, tapping into different realms for sure.
astral projecting. Viv is asking about astral projecting in the comments. Do you know much about that?
I do, yes.
Maybe you could elaborate for Viv, who's interested.
Well, I mean, us as people, we astral project every night when we go to bed. Our soul leaves our body. So the biggest thing is we all do it. The only thing is we're not all conscious of it. We lack conscious awareness of it. So it's happening, but we don't have any awareness or memory of it when we get back to our body. But if you connect to your higher self and your spirit, you can actually bring back that experience and that memory back to when you get back to your body.
Now, I've heard there are different ways of astral projecting, or whatever you call it. Some people say that astral projecting is coming from more of the heart chakra, and like when you're sleeping, it comes more from the root chakra. But I'm not sure exactly how that all works.
Well, like I said, we all do it unconsciously. It's when you become conscious of it is when you actually have memory of it.
So, like for me, I keep a dream journal, and so every night I'm more conscious of it. So I guess maybe it's more of an astral projection in that situation for you, in your opinion.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Viv, how are you? Thanks so much for coming up.
Is somebody like crinkling something? Because it's all I
Sorry,
can hear. I
I'm
can't
so
hear what
sorry. That
anybody's saying.
that was me. I'm getting out chips. I'm so
Oh,
sorry. Go
it's
ahead.
okay. I can't, I haven't heard like the past like minute and a half or so because all I could hear was just crinkling. But it is really nice to meet both of you, and I'm sorry if
Likewise.
you answered this, but I was asking, like, how do we all astral project and just not know about it? That seems like strange to me that I could leave my body without consciously wanting to.
It means you're disconnected from your spirit, so you don't know what's happening.
Like dreaming? Or am I looking at this completely wrong?
Well, you have to look at it
You
from
think
an
I'm looking
angle
at.
where it's like
Yeah,
when our body goes to bed, we go to sleep, we recharge, of course, right? That's why we go to bed. Our body's repairing and doing all these things. No different than when you plug in your cell phone, for example, like it's charging. It's
right.
exactly what's happening. But the only difference is you have a soul in your body, and when your body's charging, your soul leaves the body into the astral realms because it's bored. It doesn't want to stay in your body during the
Well,
charging period, so it's gonna leave.
yes, that makes sense. Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to say is, us as humans lost connection with our spirits. So when our spirits leave or when they come back, we're just unaware of it. We lack conscious awareness of the fact. So that's why we think we are just our bodies. We think we are just our physical vessels when realistically we're beyond that, right? It's almost like two separate entities merged into one.
I wouldn't I wouldn't go that far, but I get where you're I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Fair enough. Fair
The
enough.
soul and the body are, I think, more symbiotic than, two separate entities.
That's
But
fair. That's fair.
I think I understand what you're saying.
It's like, you know what, like I'll give you another example. Like if I were to physically
And
hop into a vehicle right now, um,
oh,
I
I'm
can
gonna
physically
curse.
operate the vehicle, right? but it doesn't mean
Right.
I am the vehicle. The vehicle has its own mechanisms. It has its own
Okay,
mechanical
yeah.
engineering.
Yeah.
It has its own sophisticated operations. So just because I operate it doesn't mean I'm the vehicle. It just means I'm operating the vehicle. Now, if I drive that vehicle onto a boat, let's say a ferry or something,
Oh
now
no.
the ferry's driving all of us, right? Now we all going for a ride. It doesn't mean I'm the ferry, right? So you got to look at it from that perspective.
Yeah,
The only
that's
difference
gonna
is
take a little bit of time.
the only difference is like the vehicle is not as sophisticated as the human body. The human body is very advanced, a lot
Talk
more
about
than
the brain too. I
the
mean,
brain itself, the mind in and of itself, the subconscious mind. Like these are very complex things in motion, right?
of course. I thank you for answering my question, and I
Of
really
course, my pleasure.
appreciate it. Um,
Hey,
wondering, do you mind
Spirit
if
Nolan. Oh, sorry, Viv. Yes, go ahead. What were you
I
gonna
was
say?
just gonna ask if you mind if I stick up for a little bit longer, just to.
Yeah, no worries. I was just gonna introduce Spirit Nolan because
Oh, of course.
he is very versed in this kind of talk. So I'd love if he has any time and service, if he could share with us what are your thoughts on the spirit world.
What are your thoughts on the spirit world? I like that one. Um, what was I gonna say? Wandering your lives are. I'm not seeing them. I even when I clicked on you and I seen your story and it said you had a live at 10:20 p.m. and then I looked, it was 10:33, and then I clicked on your name and then I had to click again and it finally said you were live, and I noticed some people's, because I have another account. I'll jump to my other one. It's Nolan is my other account. It's this newer one. My name is Nolan on that one, and I'll go on that one, and that's where I can find other people's lives, and then I'll come back to my main one here, it's like I can't. I don't know what's going on. I can't find lives I'm trying to look for. So that's why I've been away so long, because it doesn't say when you're live. So I guess if you go live, just share it to me. Wandering.
Yeah, I definitely will. I go live pretty much all the time.
That's what I mean. And I for a while I was going on your lives, and then I just couldn't find them anymore. I'm like, what's going on here? And I had to pin your name at the top just to make sure, like, so I could make. And even when I go on my, you're not even on anything. And then I look at my comments for messages and even other people that it doesn't even show they're live. And I'll have to click on them and click on them again, and then it'll finally say they're live. Like, I don't know, it's messed up, but
Did you get
I
shadow
guess
banned?
I don't know what's going on there. Um, but I do know that. Well, I do like talking about this. What are your thoughts on the spirit world?
Right. Sorry.
For me, I feel that everything starts in the spirit world before it happens in this physical world. It happens there first.
As above, so below.
hmm And the spirit, there could be a multitude of spirit worlds, like more than we could imagine. I don't know. But the same state when we're in ceremony and we're in our dream state, that's when we connect with the spirit world. And we all have the ability to connect with the spirit world. Just some
I
people
agree.
are a little more advanced than others, but we all have the ability to do it. And you can
Do
use
you,
certain tools.
could I
Yep.
ask a question? You can go books. Never mind.
No, sorry, I wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
Do you think that's why we dream of our loved ones? Because they're like reaching out? Is this
Probably.
like a conversation we're actually having, or is it more of a feeling I'm giving?
No, that's the real deal. That's where it's at.
I
When you
don't
unalive
know.
here and you leave this body, you're like in the dream world. You're in that. That's
Is that
the
true?
immortality part of it. This is just a small. We're actually, if you really want to think about it, it's the opposite of what we really think it is. Like when you choose, like when you choose to reincarnate here, you're in like a human bodysuit and it's like a dream because you forgot everything you know and you chose to give up everything
It's just
and
a
to relearn
costume.
it all when you reincarnate here.
That's right. No, I totally agree with that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and
I'm not
so
under the
you
illusion
have
I'll
to realize
remember.
though,
Sorry.
all I know about dreams is if I have a bad dream or it's not a good sign, we have the ability to call that dream onto this reality timeline, or you can say, well, it happened, but it happened in another dimension. And it's not coming onto this timeline. You know what I mean? But then if it keeps happening again while you keep saying that, then you know there's something a little more to it. But I'm just saying, like, people don't even realize they always say, I dreamed, so this is going to happen. Well, yeah, because you dreamed it. You're going to bring it into this reality because you chose to say it's going to happen.
Like
But
a tulpa.
and if you're in a dream and you're astral projecting and you got amethyst in your hand under your pillow, you're able to do things in your dreams that you can affect into this reality for more abundance or whatever you need to do. But
Definitely.
that's the hard part is to realize
Mhm.
that you're aware and you're in your dream. That's where it's at because you're too busy in a moment of doing whatever it is. And when you're dreaming, you should never take food from anyone because
Or ask anyone
if you
to
have a
time.
dream,
They
if you're
never
dreaming and
give me
somebody gives you
food.
food, that's like you're agreeing for
I
that
don't.
entity or person or soul to agree whatever terms they wanted to have for giving you that food to eat in your dream. So don't eat food
Everybody's
in your
always
dream.
taking food away from me in my dreams. What does that mean?
What do you mean?
They won't let me eat. What does that mean? I'm just like, hey, can I have some
It
of that?
may
And they're like,
be
no,
they
absolutely
may
not.
be they may be protecting you from what you don't know about.
Yeah.
They don't want you
Hmm.
to accept because like I just had a dream 2 Fridays ago, and it's interesting you bring this up, Nolan, because it was a very long dream. It seemed like it was about 7 days long. I went through 7 different lifetimes,
Oh my
um,
god, I'm
but it was
sorry.
just one day of each life. No, it was fine. I love dreaming. I keep a dream journal on my bed, and I try and write them down every morning. But
Okay.
anyways, in this dream, there was this one entity that was basically like me, but he was like hanging out on my back. He would bring his arm around my shoulder and his head, and he would be like, "Hey, would you like some candy?" And I would always say, "No, I'm okay."
I have to ask you to stop telling me about this. I get bad energy from that.
No, it was fine. I made friends with them, and I was like,
I,
"Hey, it's okay." That was the end of it, though. I wasn't going to go any further.
You should
I
not
said
be eating
no,
in
and
the
that was it.
spirit world.
I don't like to.
You don't eat. You don't eat in the spirit world because it should only be in this physical world.
Do you ever
Eating
have
is
dreams where you're just like normal dreams? That sounds rude. I just mean
Oh
dreams
yeah,
where you're
I
just,
had.
it's just your brain being tired, and,
Well, everything
it's
is
more than
spiritual
maybe
in
that.
this. Everything
something
is.
like that. I
Well,
don't
Viv,
know.
everything is spiritual. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's all love. It's all. There's no fear. Fear is just misunderstood love. It's just misunderstood is all it is. So you don't have to worry. But
No,
I
I
do
think
have dreams.
sometimes.
Hold on.
Sorry.
I do. I did have a dream. The last week, I had like the same dream like 4 or 5 times in a row, and
Was it
each one was a
happy?
little bit. Each one was a little bit different. It was just me chatting with people on the TikTok panel. That's all it was.
Oh, that is actually that's kind of cute.
I'm
And
just
then
gonna be away for a little bit.
no
I'll still
worries.
listen, but my teenage kids
Um,
are getting home here. But I'm
All
still
right,
gonna listen here.
no worries.
okay.
And then just like 2 nights ago, I had a dream where I went to a work conference. I was just walking around the conference area and just like talking to different people. And I went to this one conference area, and there's one of my friends who's on TikTok all the time, who I've kind of been iffy about, like letting him up onto the panel. Like, I don't know. But then, um, and I had decided that night, like, to never let him up again. But then they were in my dream, and they were just asking questions like, "Hey, what should we eat?" Like very simple questions, like just honestly curious questions, kind of, but also kind of like no brainer questions, I would think. And so it was just kind of a message, like let this person back into my life or into the live videos, and to not hold anybody out. I guess my spirit guides are telling me just to like don't say no to anybody. Give everybody more chances.
No, it's probably just, second chances. Don't exclude anybody, but don't say
Exactly.
no to anybody is very different.
Sure. Yeah. No, I
I
understand what you're
I
saying.
uh sorry, I don't mean to that was out of place for
It's
me.
okay.
I
It's okay.
apologize.
You're fine.
But
You
you
were
should say
channeling.
no to people if you have to.
Yes, I agree.
But
And then
second
like,
chances, oh, sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say, other nights I had dreams of like my brother was in there or my dad. And so
Hmm.
whenever I have a dream of a specific person, I always try and call them the next day just to see how they're doing and encourage them. But I don't
I'm
have scary dreams. I only have good dreams because I already dealt with the fear, so I don't have any fear anymore. But I mean, I can still like be a little frightened, like, oh, get all jumpy at certain things. Like I still can, that can happen. But I'm not like afraid like I used to be anymore, which is nice.
It sounds really nice. I wish I could be there, like where you are, in the place where I have peaceful dreams about my friends and I have good omens. I am not in that place though. It's I'm just like, it am I being, you know, not haunted, but maybe just maybe I have a little bit of bad juju attached to me right now. Which
Sounds like you're attracting some type of negativity that you're not wanting to attract, but it's happening.
probably, and that's why I'm like wary to get up here because I'm like I don't want to spread anything.
Oh,
Acknowledge
it's okay. You'll be all right.
Because that can happen. I'm not, so don't
No
let me
worries.
be down or anything.
It's all right. We're here for you. I'm here to help you transition into your highest self. Oh, excuse me, I just dropped something. But I do want to welcome in Dazzle Cat. How are you today, my friend?
Hi,
Good. How
Dazzle
are you
Cat.
doing?
I'm
How are
doing so
you?
well.
Good. So I saw your question. What are your thoughts on the spirit world? I love the spirit world. I've had paranormal experiences my whole life, so I know that the spirit world exists.
Mm.
At least in my reality, it seems like everybody's got their own reality. And
Yeah.
So,
um, on a I was just listening to Dolores Cannon, and she was talking about the
oh,
splitting of the earth and the coming of the new earth. And I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe that's a bit off topic, but I find that fascinating because what she was, and I've never really explored Dolores Cannon. I've never really you know listened to much of what she said, but this thing is she's talking about, like, I mean, this was a while back when she was talking about this stuff, and she was talking about people will
It
start
was.
remembering different past of histories, different histories of what happened. And like we've got the Mandela effect going on now. And what else did she say? People will start living in completely different factual realities where their facts will be completely different. We have that going on now with the left and the right, like believing completely different things. I mean, the stuff that she's saying is kind of blowing my mind. And she was saying that it's not so much it's a new earth, but it's a vibration that we're splitting into, and that those of us who are choosing love and compassion will split with the new earth, which is a higher vibrational rate plane, and then the people who continue to want to be in the material and the fear mongering and the warmongering will split off into the
Older.
the old earth, which will continue to be even just as awful as it has been.
I'm
But
sorry. Could you tell me the name for one more time?
oh,
Can you
Dolores
Dolores,
Cannon, you're talking about?
Dolores
yeah,
Cannon?
Dolores Cannon, And I
That's a
guess she was
Dolores
a,
Cannon theory.
yeah, yeah, which is fascinating. I didn't really know much about it, but
Oh, I know.
But then again, though, can you call it a theory because she did a lot of hypnosis on people in those times, and through her, time is happened simultaneously. So I guess for me, if it's happened simultaneously, that means like if I unalived and I wanted to reincarnate again, I could probably reincarnate back in those times. You know what I mean? Maybe you have a choice. I don't know. But then again, you want to be continuing on your soul's mission, right? I don't know. Well, I throw these out there for to think about a lot of things on that. That's all.
I think you're right, though. That makes sense. I think it's quantum entanglement. We're here, there, at the same time, all the time, on different frequencies.
yeah, well, supposedly time is happening all at once. So we're supposedly
Dimensional.
multi-dimensional, meaning we can exist in lots of different places at once. So supposedly we're all living all of our different lives at once. And it's not so much that we're going from one life to another to progress, but that we're progressing in all lives. And I actually heard somebody else say that. I can't remember who was saying it, but somebody was saying that when you start healing yourself in this lifetime, you start healing yourself in other lifetimes as
That's
well.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
I heard
correct.
that as well.
This is a lot for me to take in all at once.
Oh, is it
Because
really?
you'll
I gotta
you'll
be
start.
honest, I've never really thought about anything like this.
Oh, wow. And here you are. Awesome.
She's awakening, but the common person would think we're crazy the way we're talking. You know what
I
I mean? You
always
guys must
thought
get that feeling.
That's right. That's right.
maybe a little bit at first, but it was never really super crazy. I've always been able to, like, when I was a little kid, I would be like, Mom, I'm scared. There's like shadows in the corner of my room. And she was like, No, it's just your guardian angel.
Oh,
Just
cool.
because you can't see the light doesn't mean it isn't there.
Uh-huh.
I
With
see
that,
those shadow people.
with that being said, it's almost like, when you see smaller children and they say, "Hey, I have an imaginary friend," and the parents can't see it, but the kids very well do see it. It just means the kids are able to pick up on frequencies of these entities, and the parents aren't, right?
I
Yeah.
did actually have just a complete imaginary friend. So sometimes, but
It's true. It's true,
with
man.
with what you're telling me now, maybe, yeah. Yeah.
You
That's
know,
just based upon my observation. But sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I don't mind.
No, it's just what I've observed with children. I feel like they can see beyond dimensions and frequencies that most adults are unable to, right?
Yeah.
And so as they grow older, they're more polluted. Their minds are more polluted. They're consuming poison, right, in terms of food and water. So
To be
all
fair,
these
that's
blockages are being created that's
Yeah.
going
What?
against them seeing
Yeah.
what's
Plus, you have
actually there.
parents telling them that they're lying or they're imagining it, or you know.
Exactly, which is like part of the problem, right? So
Yep.
I feel like we all are gifted at a young age and we can see what we see, but we're sort of moving backwards in terms of this matrix reality because the matrix reality is designed to put
I
us
don't
back
like
with.
that.
I don't either, but I mean, it is what it is.
No, the Matrix reality. Calling it that makes it seem like some kind of weird.
I just
It's
mean
just a
it's kind of like
simulation.
a,
It's not
yeah,
even
like
real. Everything is that we think is real is it's not even real.
I totally agree. Like
Uh,
it is a simulated reality, but I feel like it's designed by some type of, um, higher.
designed by corporations, not.
It's designed by something that's not looking out for our best intention, to say the least.
Oh, I don't.
True.
You guys are talking about reality itself.
I wouldn't
I
agree with that at all, but
I
Yes.
disagree. I
it
think
is.
that
It's
What's
yeah. Go ahead,
different?
Dazzle Cat.
I believe that there is a higher being that loves all of us and that created us in its image, and that is consciousness and love, and that this is just a classroom. Um, this isn't even real, and it's our consciousness creating this reality. But we are eternal beings. So
I
we're not these
I
mortal
agree with
beings, we're
you.
eternal beings, and this is just a classroom where we're learning in. And it doesn't matter what happens here. It doesn't matter how bad we are. It doesn't matter how bad we've been hurt, because it's just a hologram. It's just a projection. We're just here to try and learn to love and forgive. And then we go back to our real home because we're eternal beings. And we look back at our classroom and we say, oh, yeah, I could have done that better, or I did that really good. I'm going to pat myself on the back. And then we move on to other classrooms. That's my belief. So
I
I think it's
totally
a
Well, that's the
beautiful
same
world.
thing. Everything is not real, but yet again, it is in the physical here. I guess for the spirit world is when we all unalive and we go. That's the spirit world. We all go back to source because that source energy is all keeping us alive within us.
Right?
The
You
magic
can't.
inside of us. The kingdom of
Mhm.
God is inside of us, and
Yes.
the
Well,
creator being is you and your own path and journey, and everything else is a projection.
And
Um,
everything is God. Everything.
Even you are, and
The rocks.
we have to learn that we came here to experience the darkest emotions to move forward. And
This is the toughest school, they say, apparently.
guys, I think we dove off the
I
deep
had.
end a little too soon. I am so confused.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Do you want
I'll
me to
try and reel it
leave?
in.
And
No,
so
Viv.
then you guys,
It's
I,
okay, Viv.
Sorry.
just listen.
Let me just reel it back a little bit.
um,
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna say something differently. So, um, everything's made of atoms, right? At the base
yeah,
Yeah.
level, Viv, right? So
like you
atoms,
can't create matter or destroy it.
sure. But let me just say a few
Sorry.
things here. So an atom is made out of quarks, protons, and gluons, according to science. So every atom is like basically a different structure of quarks, gluons, and protons. Okay? The gluons is the glue that holds them all together. It's the most powerful force in nature at a short distance. And it connects all these protons and gluons together. Now, the protons, gluons, and quarks are made out of light, energy, and frequency. So basically, everything is made out of light, frequency, and energy. And so energy itself is basically the same thing as you would call, like, if you look up frequency online, they're like, you could bring up music. Music has a certain frequency that it buzzes at. Like a frequency is a buzzing,
I believe
kind
you.
of like the waves of the ocean go up and down, like up and down. That's like a frequency. So life can be kind of like a
Wait,
frequency that we're living, where
then
we
what
have
are
really
protons and electrons?
protons, and that's just a
Oh,
bigger form. So that's the protons, gluons, and quarks is what will make up an electron. So an electron just has to be a specific structure of protons, quarks, and
oh,
gluons, right? And
sorry.
so it's okay. Yeah, it's just quantum physics basically, and it still is a theory. It's not
It's
like a
just
100%.
quantum physics.
I know, right? I know, right? So at the base level,
That's
everything
where Adam and Eve
according
came
to
from.
science, yeah, that's where atoms come from. That's where Adam, the first man,
Eve
potentially came from.
electron, proton, whatever it's called.
So,
I,
anyways, like
I'm
everything is
sorry.
just made out of this frequency and
Right.
light and energy. So, at the base, the protons, the gluons, and the quarks are not made of anything. Like they're hollow. They're just made out of a frequency. Like when you speak, you're speaking out, and it creates waves. It creates a frequency that now we can hear on the other end of this talk. So basically, that's why in the Bible it says God said, "And let there be light." He spoke it and it was. So in his way of creating, it was based like that was the easiest way to explain it back then in those, ancient times.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So everything is kind of that's why we're saying everything is kind of an illusion because it's just not there, but it is there because it's vibrating at a certain frequency that like a rock vibrates at a specific frequency. You could look up
Okay,
what
that
specific rocks vibrate at, and they're vibrating so slow that they become solid objects. And we're
right.
vibrating at a little bit of a
That makes sense.
okay. And so the
And I
spirit
just
world is just a frequency we can't see, basically. But it's nothing to be afraid of. It
Right.
just is what it is to give us this experience where we can learn, like Dazzlecat was saying, where we just get to learn a bunch of new things and go into the depth of all of these different seven emotions that we have in our glands along our spine. Because along our spine, we have all of these
I
what
think actually most of
endorphins.
them are in the brain, right?
There
The
is three of them
gland.
there. There is three of them there. Yep. But they're all along your spine because your spine is like some people are scared of snakes. That's just because your spine is like the same shape as a snake and they were trying to make you scared of yourself so you wouldn't go inward. So even
Oh,
the
wow.
Is that why people are
Wow.
afraid of snakes? Because I think some people honestly just think they're icky.
that's
Because
okay.
like spiders, mm-mm.
It's okay to feel
Mm-mm.
all those emotions. You're supposed to. Like this is Earth.
Sorry,
You're
that's off
supposed
topic.
No, it's not at all. You're supposed to feel all your emotions. That's what this planet is this plane is all about. It's just feeling. Just it's just fun to feel. Like just
Yeah,
enjoy
feeling
it.
like we don't,
experience.
in the higher
Not always
planes, we don't
fun.
have the negative feelings that we have down here. So we come here to experience the negative stuff and to grow from it. But we also come here to experience the material because supposedly in the higher realms, we can materialize stuff at will. And down here, we have to learn how to materialize stuff slowly. I don't know why we would choose to do that, but
I
Here
I
we
like
guess
the
we
are.
do.
Called
people that are around me, I guess, when I'm here. I like to
Well,
be with them.
Yep.
even there's probably no sexuality in the higher realms. It's probably only here experienced now in the physical also.
Okay.
No, from what I've heard, people who have near death experience, their families are up there, their husbands are waiting for them. I mean, it's the same as down here.
But it's
Um,
straight love though. You don't have the physical touch, I guess I would say.
sorry, I'm gonna ask a really stupid question. Um, we're not talking about like we're talking about an more abstract spirit world, not like heaven, right?
Well, that
Well,
would be the spirit world heaven. I think when
Um,
we all unalive here, we all go back to the source energy. If there's a bad place, it's here and now, and we're learning from it. But
it's
we're
really
supposed
I
to go to some golden
wait.
age.
I think you'll get a different answer from every single person you ask. I know, like a really, really
That's
complicated
true.
question. So
Sorry, that's fine.
for me personally, I believe that we go to different levels of vibration when we die. Like we all go back to some like um, check-in station, and we have our near death, or what do you call it, our life review to see what we did wrong and what we did right. But there's no judgment. We judge ourselves, and then we get to go to whatever plane of existence that we're vibrating at. So if
Whatever
we're
we're aligned with.
yeah, if we're of love and we're forgiving and we love people, then we're going to go to a beautiful place like that where other people are like that. But if we're really mean and cruel, then we're going to go to a place where only those people vibrate at. And
I agree.
so that's what I believe. But you'll get a different response from every single person.
I'm just
Of
honestly not
course.
even sure what to believe anymore.
It's probably whatever you want or choose will happen in the spirit world, I guess, when
Yeah,
you go
well,
back.
you're in a really good place because your mind is wide open, and you find what works for you. That's it. Spirituality is finding what works for you.
I can't guarantee
Oh,
it will
sorry
be
about
your
that noise.
beliefs. Is that okay?
What'd you say?
Sorry, host said something. Or not. I said I can't guarantee my beliefs will be the same. Is that okay?
As
It's fine.
as who? Us?
as you or anybody else on the panel or the host. Don't.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it's
guys.
Whatever we
everybody's.
say for ourselves and whatever you say for you is gonna be you. Because
Yeah,
whatever I say can be fixed or cured will work for me. Whatever you say, oh, that won't work for me. The minute we say that, the minute we put that out there into the ethers and speak it, that's what it is for us.
Exactly. And just to kind of piggyback off of that, like it's not a matter of what's right and what's wrong. It's a matter of what's right for you and what's wrong for you from an individual perspective because everything is subjective.
My
yeah,
mom always told me, do what brings you the most peace,
yes,
the most happiness, or actually, she said joy, but joy is a hard thing to find
Yeah.
nowadays.
Gratitude
There's
would be
some
good.
people have I used to watch a lot of different different videos of people telling their story about to hell and back or something like that. That was a TV show that I used to watch. Or they went away and then they came back to their body and they like when they go away they look at themselves like above the bed where the doctor's at. And here I can flip my camera so you can see me. I'm done eating my chips. Hey everybody.
Hello.
Hey, so anyways, I would watch these different shows as a kid and they would like go to hell and back. But basically they're in charge of their own reality. So whatever you think is going to be the next reality that you most likely deserve, then that is where you're going to go. So if you have these thoughts of like, "Oh, I've been a bad person. I've been doing all these wrong things. Like I just didn't do it right." Like if you have those thoughts, then your next reality may be somewhere where, it is something that you feel like you deserve. So if you're like helping other people and you're always happy about who you are, not always, but you have like a general
Yeah,
sense that you're
right.
doing your best and that you're just trying to be kind to everybody, you're trying to help everybody to get along or whatever it is, then you will go to that place because like everybody is saying, you are going to be the judge. You are the manifester. Just like in this world, you can choose to walk forward or you can choose to walk backwards. You can choose to drive in your car or you can choose to ride your bicycle. It's going to be the same in all of the different realms. It'll be different, obviously, than Earth because in Earth, we have to plant seeds and wait for them to grow, which is kind of poetic and beautiful and fun to grow seeds and wait for them to grow. And in the other realities, like some people have already said, it's just going to be almost instantaneous in a way. But you can choose to go to different ones. Like for me, I was thinking maybe I'd go be a rock for a while, just because I want to like just be a pebble, just being flown around by the water. I thought that might be kind of fun because I'm pretty active right now in this life, and I have all this energy. I'm like, oh, go, 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 and that's kind of how my dad was as well. And I mirror a lot of what his energy level was. And so, anyways, yeah, it's just going to be fun. So we're just supposed to like my message or my purpose for life is to tell people that you can just have fun with your life. You can just enjoy it. You don't have to be so serious, or you can be serious if that's what you want to be. But you can
yeah.
also just do the fun things you want to do, and don't hold yourself back. Like when you have a feeling inside, just go for it. Just don't resist is what I
That
like to
does.
tell people.
That really makes
Yeah.
me feel a lot better.
And you get to choose what you believe. You get to choose what you believe. And that's what I don't like about religions is they try and tell you what to believe. You know? It's like you choose what you believe.
I thought that
You're
was the
your own
way.
God.
Like I pick something that I, kind of like, and I.
You can,
Oh
but you don't
my
have
God!
to.
Who just made that sound?
The car sound.
I had
It was a
headphones
loud
on.
whistling noise. It was just, did you guys hear that?
Yeah, that was
Oh.
my car. That's not my car. I'm right by a window. I have a big window over here, so there's a bunch of car noise. Somebody has like some sort of a jet car sound.
Yeah, that really hurt.
Sorry,
Warn me
maybe
next
it
time
wasn't
your
me. I don't
neighbor's
know.
gonna do that.
Maybe it was something else. Sometimes, like my earbud will mess up and it'll be like, it'll be all weird.
That
But
was
it's
a
just
straight up like whistle, like right in my ear. It's okay. Um,
sorry, I didn't get it.
in the middle of saying something. I'm sorry, I forgot. Not flustered. Never
Hey
mind.
guys, sorry to interrupt. I gotta get going, but I hope to talk to you
Oh,
guys later on.
did you want to make
Yeah,
a
I'll
new?
give you a follow.
Sure, I already followed you on Ring, so we'll keep in touch for sure.
Solid.
Nice to meet you.
I'll
All
drop
right,
you down.
sounds good, guys. Take care.
Blessings. Mulatto, my friend, how are you this evening?
Brother, how are you?
I'm doing good, doing good.
Good.
We're just talking about the spirit world, keeping it light,
Yeah. My yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I understand everything, bro. Not everything, obviously, but
Me neither.
I get I get I get what we talked about earlier. Um, so what are your thoughts on the spirit world? So my thoughts are spirits are among us
Oh, hey,
always.
Mulatto.
They're all around us all the time. And I think that some of them like have a journey to be on before they can like get back to their celestial star. And until they're done with their mission, they'll stay here being next to their loved ones, the people that they love, watching them, protecting them, making sure that they're okay. But I also think there's a dark side to it too. I think that there's a fight amongst spirits. I really do. I think there's a dark and there's a light. But I feel like the more light we put in the world as living humans, doing the things that those spirits that are staying to wait, like the more we do to encourage their like raising them up type thing, right? I think that it becomes less of a fight for them because we add to their energy. If you dwell on the negative, then it just gives that negative more of
Foothold.
a hold on it for sure. But if you accept the light that's around you, then it's more beautiful. Did you find it, bro? Hell yeah, my brother. I'm so happy for you. That's cool.
I had lost my ring yesterday at some point, but I found it.
Where was
So I
it?
guess it wasn't
Yay!
Under the
supposed to leave
bed?
me. No, I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. I just.
Oh, it was in one of my
I mean,
pockets.
Oh, interesting.
what do
Still
you mean
protecting you in your
interesting? That's
pocket.
usually where you lose stuff on your hands. It comes off in your pocket.
Yeah, because you're getting something like.
Yeah.
I always put my wallet in my front pocket. And so I
And guess
like.
what? Your ring probably came off when you were
Yeah,
putting your
and all of
wallet
a
there.
sudden, like my wedding ring will just not be in my hand, and I'll freak out. And then immediately I look in my pocket, and it's like where I just went to go grab something on my pocket, and it just came off, and I just was like, "Oh, I guess I'm not swollen today. That's cool."
Nice.
Oh, there it is. But yeah, the spirit world is fun, man. Just don't open it up to things you don't, want around you.
Well, now that I'm aware what I'm doing, I'm a little bit more afraid because I'm like, wow, I always have terrible, scary dreams. Now
Oh,
that I know what's going on, what am I supposed to do?
Just say hi to those people in your dreams. Be like, hey, I know who
ah,
you are, because they're all
yeah,
just you. They're all
hey,
just you. Like, how you doing? Good to meet you. Or even after you wake up, like once you come to, like sometimes I'll have a dream where like I get kind of freaked out, and then I'll wake up and my body's all vibrating, and I'm like, oh my goodness, and I look at the ceiling, and I'm like, oh, it's okay. I love you guys. Like I'm talking to all the presences that were in my dream. And I'm like, hey, I love you. I love you. I love you. You're fine. You're fine. If you ever want to talk, I'm here for you. I'm here for you,
Well,
because they may just be a little bit confused, and they're trying to like prepare you for something. Maybe there's something that's going to happen in the future that would really be scary for you,
I
but they're like
really
letting you
hope
know.
nothing in my dreams actually happen.
Well, it wouldn't be things that are actually in your dreams, most likely. They're just telling you of a potential. Like sometimes I'll have dreams of like I've had like dreams of the future of how it could be like if it went really badly, and then it's just that future comes about and it was perfectly fine. So it was like telling me like not to stress out about it.
Oh, oh, sorry. Yeah, okay, I understand. Sorry I interrupted you.
I didn't
oh,
even notice.
that's
I
Spirit
beautiful.
just
Nola, what were you about to say?
I just wanted to say I agree with mulatto because I know we've been in the spiritual war, and it started in the spirit world first. But even within my culture, there's people that you, I guess you could say you could call it black magic, but there is no right or wrong. You people think you could just use dark beings to do black magic on someone, but you know, I've been to ceremonies where there was good beings, light beings, but they were being asked to affect other people, and then they were asked, why would you do that? Because only because the other person with the right tools would use that. So even good beings could do negative things to good people or whatever, if that makes sense in a way. So they're like, there is no right or wrong. And also, someone was talking about those shadow people.
That
In
was
like my
me.
culture, you can send like demons or whatever after people, and sometimes they'll present themselves as shadow people, but you have to realize that is the last attempt for that entity to scare you when it presents itself and it shows you, because it thrives off the fear. It's already been watching you before it showed itself. But if you're not
Dang.
doing anything and you're staying pure, you're not doing negative things, that being just can't hit you for no reason. But if you start doing things, it has ability of hitting you. Also, to realize sometimes our days, things happen and it could have been very worse, but it turned out okay. These could be signs of people using good beings, but they're coming at you, but then your team stops it as a neutralizing because it's both beings. You know what I mean? You guys get what I'm saying? So there is a lot of energy and entities and spirits and everything is going on. But I do think the world is moving into a much higher consciousness timeline, and the ones that don't want to change their lifestyle for it and they agree that this is normal, everything the way we've been brought up is normal, they may just slowly be removed and or else split, like what's her name was saying, possibly, I don't know. But I do think that we are moving more towards a golden age, and we're here to bring the spirituality into the physical reality to make it like a fifth dimensional physical reality golden age, because that's happened before. And that's why we have to talk to the water when we drink it, talk to the trees and plants. They're all conscious beings. We
Yes.
have to bring that spirituality into this physical reality, if that makes sense. That's kind of where I'm at, I guess, in a way, because I've seen it just within my culture.
Yeah,
That's
I
all I have to
totally
say.
agree. Everything is conscious.
We have Elijah up next up here. How are you today, Elijah?
I'm good, man. Um,
Good to meet
Pretty
you.
much, I just wanted to start off by saying that everything that lives and has a soul is energy. So spirits are energy because it was once a soul. Entities are energy. They're just clusters of energy. Due to Newton's laws, energy cannot be created nor destroyed,
That's
only
what I
formed.
said.
It's the same thing. It's everywhere around us is what the afterlife is. Everywhere around us. The human body can only perceive only, I think it's up to 2700 hertz frequencies. I'm not sure, but
It's
that's
basically comes down to 0.04% of like what's out there. We can only visibly see
yeah.
0.04%, but please go on. It's actually less than that, but I
Um,
rounded up to 4.
okay. Now, science cannot prove the existence of a god neither. Because God, basically being a blind believer in God, is saying, I know nothing about this, but I read his word and I believe in him wholeheartedly. Reason being you can't prove God exists is because you cannot physically see or perceive him. The scientific way of doing things is what I can perceive is what I'm going to study. So the way I perceive it is what it is if it comes out to be factuals over multiple times of observing the phenomenon that is happening in front of me. But if you can't observe it, that whole thing flies out the window. And that's what the afterlife is. Now, depending on which, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say here, but depending on what you do in life depends on whether you have an afterlife. Yes. Not in the sense of a heaven or a hell, though. More in the sense of a repeated purgatory, if you get what I'm saying.
Get it? But I feel like we're all gonna be like Jesus one day, and that's how he changes physical reality into the
Jesus,
spiritual reality. Because imagine if we're all like that, because that's where I feel we're heading.
fuck. This is a huge rabbit hole. And due to TikTok's history, I don't want to go any further.
Why?
What?
So
But you brought it
okay,
up.
so basically, Jesus was an ordinary man with a raised vibration. He was teaching people things
You're
that they
right.
couldn't understand or
I understand
comprehend.
that.
So they either feared him or wanted him gone.
We're all
I
on the
just used
same.
them as an example.
Yeah,
Because
we're all
look
in
at
the same boat with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
gave a Greek name to a Jewish man. You know what I mean? It just
wasn't-
the
no, it
teachings
wasn't
of it,
Greek.
the
It wasn't
consciousness, the
Greek.
Christ consciousness of it. It's similar to Buddha, because remember he went to India also.
So look, Jesus, if you read the Gospel of the Holy 12, Jesus, fuck it, I'm going all out. I hate my life anyway.
Jesus,
So-
let's talk
Whoa,
about
No,
what?
you have a beautiful
spirituality.
life.
basically, Jesus was the man who wanted to change how the world was heading and how it worked currently. He was the one who had he had the highest vibration out of everyone who existed on the planet as of yet. He knew how to enter the astral plane and read his Akashic records and read everything that goes on. That's how he knew the knowledge that he had. When he left at the age of 12 and came back at the age of 28, he went to India and Tibet to study Qigong healing and the mystic arts and reincarnation, and came back and taught it. Now, if you've read the books of Enoch, you would know that most of everything we know about human history is bullshit. For instance, this guy sitting here right in front of me with blonde hair went to his house and beat his ass, and I told all his friends. No, this is just an extreme, and told all
Just let
his
him go.
friends. Listen, and told all his friends that he was bleeding and he pissed himself. He shat all over the floor. He can say, "No, I didn't." Yeah, you did, you fucking bitch. You get what I'm saying? The victor tells the story. Whoever is victorious within a situation tells the story.
I learned that in A push.
Can I say something about the Jesus thing? Just from my perspective, and I don't know nothing, I didn't read the Bible, but just from my communication through my teachers and how they communicate through spirits
Just wanted
and
to put it out
questions
there.
we
If you're a
ask.
blind guy, you're not the only one.
The thing is, I heard this place is a soul trap, and he came here, he was upgraded a bit because he had a mission to do.
It's not a soul
And he
trap.
needed to break through this soul trap in order to keep that connection through the realm. And he had to do it while the person was unaliving him and loving him at the same time. And he ascended that way. He also took his body with him. But I don't know.
Hey, brother, I'll
I'm
be
still
right back.
confused because I don't know if we're ascending
you.
like that, or are we here to change this whole planet?
The whole
Like-
thing about it was the reason why Jesus taught his teachings. Well, Yeshua, if you want to be technical, is to spread that mindset of thinking. That's all it was. Break the shackles of your brain and accept that your mind is limitless. The brain is the brain is the computer that runs the simulation of the mind. Whatever your thought processes are on, I'm gonna get work done today. But
I'm sorry, could you say that one more time?
I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. Fuck it.
No,
You're
you
doubting
just broke
yourself. So
up.
you're not gonna. I broke up. Oh, that's a
Yes,
sign I
I'm
should probably
sorry.
stop
I just
talking.
wanted you to repeat. I wasn't making fun of you.
No, you're okay. That's a sign I should probably stop talking and switch the rabbit hole.
Like seriously, you just broke up. I did not hear what you said.
Okay, study your laws of the universe. That is it. That's all I'm gonna say.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're
What is
definitely
the number
doing it
one law of
here.
the universe?
We're just here to help people who are listening in with what the knowledge
Okay.
that we've gained. We're not trying to convince anybody here on the panel. We're just sharing information, and we're totally open. We're not going to condemn you for anything you share.
I know, but
No.
you're all not gonna condemn me.
What?
What's
You
that?
know, one of the number one laws in the universe is whatever we say,
We should
like
stop the
whatever energy
conversation,
we
Bubba.
speak and whatever we think we create. So even when you speak a swear word or you say something negative, your body is not going to know that.
Your
Thinks you're talking
body
about
will know it.
yourself.
But in the end, what I tell people is like all my friends come to. I'm 19, by the way. All my friends come to me with life questions, how they should feel about this situation, and I tell them straight up. One of my friends came to me, no names, and that person felt like life wasn't worth living, and I told them, well, think of it this way: would you rather be in more pain and 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 repeat that pain infinitely? Or would you rather deal with it for the time being because that pain is only a mind thing, it's only in your head? And I'm trying to be very careful with my words.
Well, no, pain is one of the greatest teachers.
It's
It's
only,
another
yeah,
universal
but
law.
Yeah, it
it's
really
it's
is.
only in your head, and that's why it's one of the greatest
Well,
universal teachers, because you can once you learn how to control your physical emotions and your
your
gotta stop
physical
going into this.
responses to emotions.
Yeah, physical responses to emotions and your emotions in general is one of the biggest parts of it. Would stop going down this rabbit hole for a moment.
Oh,
Well,
of
actually, it's
course.
it's about our reactions to all the emotions and how we move past it,
Yeah,
move forward.
but
We have to learn that, and it gets so deep to where one of your last emotions you're going to learn here is to not eat food.
That's not an emotion.
Oh yeah, it is because our true form we don't eat food. If you fast, that's the
Mm,
most healthiest thing you can do.
I'm just gonna put it out there that like if we were fully evolved to what humans should be right now,
They didn't eat.
it would no, they would have to eat because your
No, they
body's a
didn't.
battery. If we were fully evolved, like physically in the
no.
physical
Hold on,
plane,
Fully
Elijah.
evolved, we're in a light body. We're
Elijah,
not
I
even in physical
understand you
form.
do. Elijah, I do understand you have a great link to the ether, and I've met quite a few people, who are younger and have a great link to the ether. But there are people called breatharians who live off of sunlight. It is a capability you can do. I've even spent some time trying this, but it's just you have to break down all the parasites in your body. But vitamin D is a protein, as you may know. And so if you take in the vitamin D at the beginning of the morning and at night, there are people who actually don't eat food currently, and science doesn't understand exactly how it works. And NASA has studied them, and it's verifiable that they are doing what they're doing. So I
Yeah.
do believe that we can get to a place where we don't eat food, but it does sound kind of crazy. And I like eating food, so
no,
I'm
I'm
gonna do
talking
it.
about
I like eating
more
food too, but
in
I
the
do
long
fast for
term.
numerous
Well, I'd be
And
days.
they
so
were
mad
just
if I couldn't eat
eating
food, bro.
minimal amounts
Well,
every couple
Like
of
you're gonna
Paramahansa
take
years.
brisket out of
Yogananda,
my life? No.
Okay, but
Paramahansa Yogananda says that the higher we grow in spiritual love, as we grow toward Christ consciousness, we start getting back our true spiritual skills, which are telepathy, the ability to not have to eat, to not have to sleep, that basically we are able to do all the things that Christ could
That's
do.
mad weird.
This has gotten a
Actually,
lot
there was a
All
woman.
thanks
into
to Christ who
the
You got
spirit
strengthens
that?
me.
world.
All right, guys, please, one at a time, like it says. But I do want to welcome in our newest panel member, Mila, or Mila. How are you? Mila is a tapper.
Is it Mila or Mila?
I just hear tapping.
I don't know Morse code.
We'll let him come up again, because, yeah, I don't know Morse code either.
No,
But
but I just wanted to go into. I just want to say one thing.
go ahead.
Like, just for a personal standpoint, like, the harder your life is, the more understanding of these types of things you'll have. I just wanted to put that out there.
That could be very true.
And that statement right there plays a giant aspect of everything you need to know.
I believe that to be definitely have a lot of truth to it. And for you, it for sure is true. So I'm thankful for you sharing that. I do want to welcome in Petal. How are you today?
Hi,
Good, how are
Petal.
you? Hey.
Good.
Good to meet you. I hope you're having a wonderful night.
Yes. I hope you guys are doing good. I've just been listening in for a few minutes and I thought I'll join. Yeah, the spirit world. Spirit world. Let's just say this. Okay, so it's something is a place you can connect to, but you have to remember it's a dimension, right? The dimensions. So the way it's presented to us and what it really is like two different things, you know?
Yeah.
It's they make it mysterious, but it's really not mysterious. Everything is right here on this earth plane. It's all dimensions, lower or higher astral. It's like it's right here. It's literally a frequency resonance that separates us from that, right? We in the physical, we able to be here feeling and experiencing all kinds of different things. You have the spirit world where it's more like beings who are, I feel like they're like ghost like,
You're
okay?
talking about the astral plane.
Right. So
The
the astral,
spirit world.
yeah, lower and higher, right? It's not just an astral plane,
There's
one
a lot
and
of things there.
Oh, I see what you're
right.
saying.
Well,
Like it's
guys,
not just.
No
let's try and do
interrupting.
one at a time, please. So we'll let, I
I
know it's
apologize.
difficult, but one great aspect of love that we can learn is giving people space and letting them fully be heard so that they can feel that we love them. And listening is a form of love, a very strong form. And we all need to learn it. I still need to learn it myself. So, Petal, please continue.
Thank you. So the way I see it is this, right? You have to be, it's different tapping into the astral. Like you say that yes, there's all kinds of things there. So you have the lower astral. You'll meet all kinds of lower negative and energies and entities and stuff, right? You go higher astral, higher dimension. You're gonna meet more higher conscious beings. So this is what the difference is. The thing with me is I don't play dimensions as a spiritual being, like as somebody who's here as a light being waking up. Because for me, I see it as I've come from the highest dimension to work here, right? To ascend all of creation to a higher consciousness so that we can shift out of the 3D plane to a place where we as humanity and all of creation is safe.
Yo,
The goal for
I'm
us
so
is
tempted to blow the
to
whistle.
the goal for us is to get to a place of sovereignty and freedom, right? Returning back to the original organic creative source template that is of unconditional love, of kindness and compassion, harmony and balance, unity and oneness, right? An abundance of all good things, which is our birthright. Basically, what we have going on this planet is that we're paying to live on it. When it was created originally as a planet that was sentient, meaning there was no trauma, no fear, no violence, no crimes, right?
I
All
want
of
to. Can I state something real quick? Just real quick.
hold on,
Let her finish.
let me finish, please. All of creation lived in harmony and balance with each other. So this entire inversion of the original creation, what has happened is they've created that which is not ours to begin with. Because as sentient beings, consciously aware, I don't have to tell any one of you to be kind and compassionate, to feel that you and all of creation is oneness. So unconditional love flows easily and effortlessly. And you can see this in nature because nature doesn't want to own anything. Nature just is living in harmony and balance with each other. We are the only ones who want to own my land, own this, own that, right? Just humanity, because humanity has been disconnected with that which they are, which is nature. Because we are not separate from the creator or the creation. But because the disconnect has been created for us with traps, with systems created on this planet to put us through this doctrination through school and then 9 to 5 trap for the rest of our life, right? So the time when we are younger, when we are supposed to be outdoors in nature, playing, learning through adventure, arts and crafts, we are put in a box called school. When you come out after 15 years of school, right away you are then put in another box, which is workforce, right? So 9 to 5. 45 years of your life, you are working this system that has been created. In that whole time, you have about 3 weeks to a month of vacation time every year. What that means is you have about 40 to 45 months that is yours to do what you want in those 45 years. Less than 4 years of your life is yours to spend with you, your family, whatever you want to do. So this is the trap, guys. This is what we are stepping out of. Understanding that what you see as lifestyle, as fashion, as your sports, whatever is given to us, all the systems are created for those who run the show, not for us. It's not for our benefit. We are a host to a parasitic system. It's time to become sovereign as consciously aware beings, coming to understand that with your thought, imagination, words, frequency, vibration, sound, you are the creator of all. When you be that, there is no separation. Now you are in your power. being able to be that can create in the now through manifestation. And I'll land there. Thank you.
Well said, Petals. I agree.
Pretty
That's
I am
amazing.
beautiful.
terribly sorry for interrupting you.
No
You're
worries.
all
Thank you,
good.
guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Petals. Seriously, that was amazing.
Just know that you come
It is
from the
intimidating for a
highest
lot of
dimension.
people.
When you come from the highest dimension, no one can mess with you because you are creator force in physical form. Here, with the intention that when you decided to come here in the physical form, you came here as that being, the most important of beings that can shift and change this reality. So do not let nobody dim the light or tell you otherwise. Okay? You are unconditional love, the most powerful of warriors on this planet right now.
Beautiful. Yes, we have the right now moment, everybody. We always have the right now moment. If you're still able to listen, you're still able to breathe right now. You have
Thank
the
you.
right now moment. How do we bring the perfect utopia or whatever into existence? By going within yourself, truly understanding who you are. And once you take that now moment and truly understand who you are and love who you are and understand that you are everything and that everything is you, you can view those people around you and be like, hey, you're a friend. I'm going to treat you like we're the same person. And you start to view these people who maybe you thought of before as other or untouchable. And you realize that you can touch them, that you can love on them, and that you can give them a spark of life. Just give them a smile. That's the first step. You don't have to go ahead and start hugging everybody. Like, that's not necessarily what you have to do. Do it in small steps. Treat it like a seed. You plant it in the ground. You wait for it to grow. It grows up kind of small. It slowly starts to sprout. That's how this world works, is with seeds. So just little steps. That's how it was for me. I started looking people in the eye. I'm looking them in the eye, letting them know that they are seen. Because some people feel very forgotten in the world today. Sorry, there's some cars behind me making
It's
some
okay.
noise outside. But there's a lot of people out there that feel forgotten, and if we can help them feel seen, then they are going to start spreading the same message that we're spreading. You're like, oh, what can I do? I'm just one person. I just can't change the world just by smiling and loving everybody. Well, if you think that way, then that's what you're manifesting. So, I mean, that's what's going to happen for you. But for
I don't
me,
think that's a weird thought to have. Like,
it's
right?
not. It's okay to have plenty of all your thoughts. Let all your thoughts flood through, because you are human. You're supposed to feel everything you're feeling. But what I'm saying is that if you just take those small
Hmm.
steps to give those smiles, and you believe that if you smile at somebody, that they're going to be like, oh, I can smile at people too. Like, oh, that's a better way of living than how I was so depressed all the time. So you just smile at people and it starts spreading like multiplication, you know, like multiplying. So I don't want to go too far in that, but I would like some other people to speak as well. Spirit Noller.
I could tell
I
a
just want to say,
story.
Petals, I agree with everything you said, and we all have to think that we are all God walking in the flesh, and
Oh,
every prophet that came before us said the same thing, and they got rid of them, and they knew this time is coming where we're all going to be that way. And is that, I question that, is that once we become that, do we end up changing this physical reality into a much higher consciousness,
And
or
a
do we
lot of
ascend?
people,
I don't know.
oops,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, no, I'm done.
Oh,
I just wanted to say that.
yeah, and a lot of young people now are coming in as light workers. I don't know much about that, but
light
this
worker?
light workers coming in
What does
to
that
help
mean?
raise the vibrational plane of the planet. And actually, this was talked about like in the 1920s by Edgar Casey, the sleeping prophet. He talked about how back in the 1920s and 30s, there were teachers who were starting to come in, like him, who were teaching the more spiritual aspects of our of who we are. and he said that there would be more and more coming in, and that by the 1980s, many more would coming in, and then by the 19 or by the what did he see 2020, there would be so many in here that's when the shift is really going to happen, is after 2020. So he was talking about this back in the 1920s, you know. So there's a lot of light workers, young people who have come in now. So if there are people who are talking
They
about spiritual, you know, they're on a quest and they're looking for something more than this world, they're probably spiritual light workers that haven't woke up yet.
could I ask? Oh, sorry, never mind.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, a light worker isn't going to be somebody who's like a huge ego that has wants to be spiritual. Like those kind of people are just preying on people for money. Like it's somebody like me who wants to go out and smile at people, and somebody who lives under a tree, I want to give them a hug and let them know that I care about them. And be like, "Hey, here's a snack. I buy snacks and I give them to people who look like they need a snack." I don't know if you've seen anybody on the street that looks like they need a snack, but I mean, you can give them a smile and ask them how they're doing and give them a snack, and maybe they'll say some stuff to you and you won't understand what they're saying. Some people talk to me and I don't know what they're saying, but I act like I know what they're saying and I offer them a hug. And if they don't want to give me a hug, that's fine. If they don't, then that's fine too. So, and yeah, if I could do cash, I would, but that's not right now what I'm doing because I'm paying for my wife to go to college. So, anyways,
Oh,
I did want to let Elijah go, but Dazzlecat, did you want to add to that?
congratulations to your wife.
No, no, I didn't have anything to say.
Okay.
I did. Shoot. Never mind. It's not really topical anymore.
It's fig bars, by the way. Anybody wondering? The snacks is fig bars. That's what I have right now. But I've gone through cycled through different things, but that's what I bought most recently. But Elijah, man, what do you have to add in, dude? You've got a great connection to the ether. I can already tell. You've been so quiet for so long. Are you still here with us?
I don't know. I like this vibe.
It's a good vibe. I'm gonna let Mulata go next, and then Junie, I'll welcome you in. So thank you for coming back, my friend.
Quick.
No
One of the
worries.
things I just wanted to touch back to what Wandering was talking about how if you look people directly in the eye, you connect with their soul and you see who they are as a person. And if you do it with a smile and you do it with kindness, they will smile back at you because normally people don't do that. Normally people are looking to the side or looking to the left. I did customer service and sales for two major corporations, right? Every day I talked to probably 300 people. Not to toot my horn, but I was number one in sales in the Eastern region every time I did it, right? And the reason that I was good at it was because I connected with people on a spiritual level. This one lady came in one day and she literally prayed over me. She said, I just want you to know how good your soul is. And I said, well, thank you for recognizing. That means a lot to me, right? Like, and that's all I had to say. And that's all she wanted to say. And then we moved on with our day and we both felt better about the day. It's about raising people up where they're at in the moment they're at and not asking for anything more. Right, Wandering?
Very much so. Junie, how are you, my friend?
Doing well, and I'm excited about being here once again. I bring love, peace, and respect with me as well. Yes, sir. And hi to everyone on the panel. When I think about, when I look at what are your thoughts on the spiritual world, it makes my soul smile when I read it. It is my natural state. The spirit world is my natural state. I've never left spirit. I'm in spirit right now. I'm just having a dream that I've left. And it's so important to have that self-realization and to realize that, because I use that as a cheat code and a toolkit to master this physical reality. You know, when I'm faced with things on the everyday basis, things that most people would deem as negative, I find a positive in it. And I manipulate that energy into what I would like it to be, and it keeps me grounded and keeps me on top of my game. It's funny. I was just having a conversation with my wife a few minutes ago when we were talking about the so-called quote unquote negative experiences and how they have affected her. I said, hey, I'm not saying that you don't have a right to feel the way that you feel about what you've been through, but you have to sign that permission slip in order for those things to affect you in a negative way. You have to agree to be affected in a negative way. However, the flip side of that coin is to look at it from the higher mind. And the higher mind tells me that even those experiences that most people deem as negative was necessary throughout my journey. Otherwise, you wouldn't get the Junie Roundtree that you see today. It's sort of like when you're cooking and preparing a meal. If you leave 2 and 3 of those ingredients out, you're not going to get the same outcome. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Okay, I have a question for my knowledge. Like when your body starts to feel like it's weightless and it has no physical aspect to it, what could that correlate to? Because a lot of people have a lot of people in here have like a lot of spiritual knowledge, and I was just wondering because like
And I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
okay, so randomly, like you'll think about a certain phrase or person or place you went to or something that happened, and then you'll get like your whole body, like from inside, internally and around you, kind of like your energy, like inside your body, feels kind of like a neutral state, but more in the sense of I don't know how to explain it. Like just neutral.
Well, our truest form is not even physical, you know that?
Yeah, I
The
know, but
physicalness dropped us down into this lower
I know.
consciousness over time.
Um, we are the creator having an experience within itself.
Elijah, have you traveled astral? Like,
Yeah, I have. When I was
so,
young.
so are you speaking of that kind of a
No, not
reality?
really. No,
You,
physically.
like
Physically,
you,
yeah.
your physical so you're talking about your physical body itself.
Yeah, physically.
So it feels like you said what, light?
No, it feels like your body is more or less weightless. And every your mind is clear, your body's weightless, and you have this sort of like it's like a feeling of just I'm here. I'm okay with it.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't
You
know how
what?
to
Here,
I don't know how
I
to
think I can
explain it.
answer here for you guys. It sounds like you're just experiencing meditation, and it
Well,
can be
I don't
so.
understand.
Basically, you're just going internal, and you're going to a place in your body where there is no time, there is nobody. Um, how does it say it? Let me look it up real quick
So how am I doing
in my
that
book.
without physically meditating?
Well, I was surfing for a while, and I didn't realize I was meditating while I was surfing. And now I learned about meditation. It's like, oh, I've been doing this for like years. I didn't realize like this meditation because I'm out in the salt water and I'm just like calm, looking out at the horizon, just like enjoying the sky, just being in complete awe of the clouds because I would surf in the
So
early
yes,
morning.
I got you.
But there
Okay.
is walking meditation is a thing too. There's like this guy who does this whole like book on it, and I'm just going to go. Okay, so it's no body, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time. And this is where you start going from the low vibrations of the will, power, control, anger, fear, guilt, shame, suffering. You go away from those when you have no body, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time. You move into gratitude, appreciation, joy, love, freedom, bliss, wholeness. And up above that, there's a higher level of meditation you can get into, even above the nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time, where you are everybody, you are everyone, you are everything, everywhere, at every time. So that's when you connect to the ether and you are able to see all knowledge, like all information of all time, all history, all future. You're able to tap into that for a moment. And some people I've met have like that full download, and it makes you don't really want that, I would say. Look, for me, I don't, because it makes it very hard to speak to other people and it makes you somewhat incoherent. Like for some people, maybe they can. But then there's also the very lowest vibration, which is what they're trying to get you trapped into with advertisements, whatever it is. And that's where you are somebody, you are someone, you are something, you are somewhere, and you are at some time. So that's what we need to get out of. That's like the very lowest. Then you move up the vibration, and once you get past the nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time, you can still move in those upper vibrations where you have
Okay.
gratitude, you have
So I'm doing the
appreciation.
right thing by accident. I got you.
Exactly.
I
So
Okay.
was I.
Yeah.
So was I. It was like it was. I was like, what? I've been doing this all along, and so that's why I was like, well, that must be why I'm more healthy than a lot of my friends, or like I'm a lot more active. I have a lot more energy, and all these different
No,
things started making sense.
I wouldn't say that, but
I had a really profound meditation experience where I became nobody and no thing. I was meditating, and all of a sudden, I was in this beautiful environment. It was a park, and all of the trees and the grass were white and sparkly and shimmery, and the sky and everything sparkled and shimmered. And I was just sitting there enjoying the beauty, and I wasn't me anymore. I wasn't anything or anybody. I didn't remember planet Earth. I didn't remember my life. I was just sitting there being and enjoying the beauty of it. And I don't know how long I was there. You know, it could have been a long, long time. But and then all of a sudden I had this weird thought that aren't I meditating on earth? And then boom, I'm back in the meditation room. But that's the closest I've ever come. I've never had the experience of being everybody everywhere at once. I would love that. Wow.
Yeah, that comes from just after you're completely grateful for everything in the world and everybody in the world and everything possibly in the universe, and you're appreciative of it and you're joyful about everything and you're loving towards all of that and you find wholeness in all of it, then in that state of mind, you start to elevate to that. You're feeling light and like you don't have any weight to you at all, and you're like everything. But you have to be able to take on. Basically, it's like taking on the whole weight of the world. Some people are like, "Oh man, you're taking on the whole weight of the world. That's so like I could never do that or something." But not if you don't feel like the weight of the world is heavy. If you think that it is light and that you can handle it and that it's like it sounds great and beautiful, then you can get to that meditative state. But it is, I think it's probably a pretty rarity. It's a big rarity for sure.
Well, okay, I think you know that I follow Paramahansa Yogananda. I've talked about him in the past, and he says to not take the weight of the world on you. He says to remember that the world is just God's movie and we're just actors in it, playing our part, and we're supposed to play our part as best we can by loving who we can within our sphere and not worry about the rest of the movie. I wish I like really, when I read that, it just lifted a weight off of my shoulder because, I think most of us, we've been told over and over in order to be a good person that we've got to, care about everybody in the world and care about this and care about that. And it's good to care about that, but it's not good to care about it where it's crushing us. And so the thing to remember is that it is an illusion, and we are here to help people, but to not get crushed by what is happening because it is an illusion.
Very true. Yes, I'm glad you cleared that up because yes, you should never. There's never a point to take on the weight of the world, but to view yourself as everybody in a sense where we're all interconnected. I guess that was a better way to explain it, where you're everything, everywhere, at every time. So it is interesting because you got to make sure you don't consider it as a burden, because that does sound like a very difficult. And some people do take on the weight in a burdensome way, and I see it really weighing on them quite a bit. Um, these would be the people that get the full download of the ether, and they kind of ask for, "Give me the whole weight of the world," and they get it, and then they end up having some mental issues because of it, that they didn't have before. So, yeah,
That,
yeah, Viv, go ahead.
uh, I if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. I can't see your whole face, so I don't know how you're actually feeling about it.
Well, I'm trying to make sure
Um,
people can read the screen. That's why.
right, but at work, um, it's hard not to have the weight of the world on your shoulders when you're trying to get used to the world. Like all of a sudden I was like, oh right, I'm 21 now. So I guess I'm actually an adult. What the hell is going on? You know.
Just enjoy it.
It's a little disconcerting and it's a little hard to enjoy when I'm just taking everything at surface value. I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, so I
Can I?
apologize
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I do apologize that I'm kind of being a Debbie Downer and just really like, what the hell is going on? What am I supposed to do? But I would appreciate at least a little bit of guidance because most people are just like, just business as usual. And I'm like, I feel like I'm in a burning house and you're telling me to clean the floors. This isn't working. Um, I
Can
don't
I
know how
answer
to be
Vivi?
What?
right.
So you're in a burning house? Can you explain that? Like,
Vivi, can I answer
what do you
Vivi?
need help with? You know?
I know what she's saying. Can I answer
Oh
her?
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. I'm just gonna talk about illusion for a second. So you see, this is the thing. We have been taught we're living in an illusion. What is the illusion, though, guys? You have to see it for what it is and not what we are being taught. You see, through Hinduism and the Sanatan Dharma, they're teaching you that there is an illusion you're living in. This is where you really hear about the illusion, right? But the illusion is not what you think it is. The illusion is that everything you know on this planet is a lie. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, all the lies that they've been shoving underneath the carpet, everything is coming out into the light right now, right? Has been for the last few years, I should say. So, think of it like this: we were told it's an illusion, we're living in this sleep state, we're gonna wake up out of the dream, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
what we've been taught through Hinduism and Sanatan Dharma. The
Wow.
reality is this: it is still a religion that is a business, okay? So, apart from being a very mystic and very philosophical way of teaching dharma, which is how you need to live your life,
Yeah.
it is also under the influence of patriarchy. So this is one thing that people need to connect. Don't separate it from the rest of the religions and this earth. All of it is under the matrix. Okay?
Yes.
None of it is separated. All of it is under the matrix. Now, having said that, so now you know that the illusion is that all the lies are now being revealed. The truth is coming out to tell you that you, conscious beings of this earth, that they call humanity, are the owners and the creators, the ones who can shift this reality. Till now, what have you been taught? There's a God outside of you that you have to look to for help, and you cannot live without this God. Fear your God. And this is not just in the Abrahamic religions, guys. This is coming from the eastern part of the world. Okay? This is coming from Sanatan Dharma. This is coming from Hinduism. I'm Indian. So please don't think I'm like biased or this. I'm telling you the
I
truth.
wasn't thinking it.
Brahma is the creator of the Abrahamic religions. Abraham, Brahma, Sarah, Saraswati, the daughter he created, he turned into his wife. Saraswati turned into Sarah. This is the Abrahamic religions, Islam and Christianity. Okay, so the root where it's coming from is the eastern part of the world. The trinity of patriarchy is in the eastern part of the world. You have Brahma, creator, Shiva, and Vishnu. Now, Shiva is known as the destroyer, right?
Yeah.
And Vishnu, the sustainer or enjoyer. I want you guys to think of yourselves as parents. If you're already parents, you know what this is. If you're not, imagine you're an artist who can create paintings or some kind of sculptures, okay? Now, you are now a creator, okay? As parents or as a creator being who's creating the art. If you created something, please tell me, would you be okay destroying it?
No.
If you painted something and somebody else destroyed it, would you be okay with it?
No.
Okay. Now you tell me, on this planet that we call our mother, right? The amount of destruction that occurs on a daily basis, right? Through wars, separation, division, geoengineered weather, right? All the fake bullshit they're pulling on us every single day. Chaos. You think your creator is the one creating this? You can give me an excuse and a reason that is justifiable, that can tell me that what has occurred and is occurring is okay. If one of you can give me a justifiable reason, okay? Also, think of it this way. None of us, as the beings we are, would volunteer to be abused, traumatized, put through any kind of pain or suffering. We are 14 of us here. If any of you would willingly say, oh yes, come and hit me, come and do, grape me, come and do this to me, I am okay.
Why is my family so abundant and happy?
Anyone?
No.
Why would you justify that we have to go through pain and suffering to experience light, to experience goodness, to experience kindness and compassion? Why? If you are creator source, unconditional love, what part of you wants to suffer?
Why is my house so beautiful?
Why are we allowing crimes against humanity, crimes against creation,
Why do
to
I
be
love
used
so much?
as a way of justifying that the dark can balance the light? Only one can exist at a time. You either have the evil dark or you have the light. You turn the light on, the dark disappears. There is no way anyone can tell me that you harm any part of creation. It doesn't matter what kingdom, whatever the mother has created. If you harm it and create trauma, you are going to have that memory for lifetimes. Okay? That trauma doesn't just disappear. In this life that you are here waking up and doing this journey, you know you're going through shadow work. You know you're going through the dark night of the soul. Right? Why? Why are you wanting to get your soul to 0 point? Because 0 point brings you to a place where you are finally able to be whole again. This is the need why we are doing what we are doing. This journey is not like any other we have ever made. This ascension is come in the middle of Kali Yuga. What that means is we are bringing a golden age in the middle of a really dark age. So if we are here, let's stop giving them a reason to continue with the darkness. Let's stop allowing them to tell you that a yin and yang is okay. Because no black and white, no checkerboard Illuminati pattern, no racism black and white, no Metatron's cube is okay. None of that can justify that we as light beings are okay to suffer. Your creator created you with unconditional love. You are that essence. If you make a reason and excuse and allow somebody to bullshit you through, oh, you have to suffer to come out and enjoy the good stuff at the end, please stop. It cannot be that. It cannot be that, because if you are going to allow that, then crimes against children, crimes against animals, crimes against all kinds of life will continue. And we have seen it. Look at it. Look at the chaos we are landed in. We have to make a difference. How do you come through your heart center? How? If you're still going to find ways to justify the trauma that was caused to you as children, the trauma that was caused to you as any age,
Good night, Dazzle Cat.
none of that is okay. So please know that you are a sentient being coming here as creator source. There is no part of you that is okay to get harmed or hurt. None. Everyone needs to feel loved. Everyone needs to feel that they have a family. They have separated the family. They broke you from within your family. They broke us. Okay? They are removing the protector of the family so that they can get to the women and the children. They're destroying the protector. They've turned the protectors into predators. If you're waking up, see it for what it is. Men were created to protect the creation of the mother. The mother's creation and the mother. That's who men were. But look what they've turned. We are afraid as women and our children. We are afraid even as men and women for our children. That some guy will abduct them. Some guy will do this. Something will happen to someone out there. Do you see? When you start waking up, you connect to your divine feminine aspect as a man. Become that which you are, which is a divine masculine being. The one that can relate to emotion. The one that can finally say, you know what? I have to be able to fully express myself to understand the women, the children. Because women are emotional. You cannot connect emotionally if you are deprived of that. And men on this planet have been taught, do not cry, That's weakness. Do not emote is weakness. You need to wear the pants. You need to treat them like this. You need to behave like this. That needs to go away. You see, there's so much going on that needs to shift out of this.
I completely agree.
So, Vivi, you at your age, I don't know how old you are, but you
I'm
sound pretty young.
23. Yeah.
You, my love, are actually feeling the pain of the mother. This is why you're thinking, why do I feel this burden? It's because you are the divine feminine. You are experiencing as an empath the pain that the Gaia, that the mother is experiencing. This
I'm
is
not
why you're
trying
feeling.
to.
Yeah, you're not trying to. It's part of who you are, my love. Look, you were talking earlier, somebody was talking about how the younger ones are coming in. The last few decades, we are already here. Okay? The ones coming in, they're awake. You see them. When they're born, eyes wide open. Okay? They teach you. I don't know how many of you have children, but I'm telling you, I've learned from my children. And I'm much older than most of you here. Okay? They are coming in ready to take on that new earth that we are creating. So I tell parents, do not allow your kids' throat chakra to close. Your throat chakra, and once you break the cycle in your family, your kids should not collect trauma. What that means is full expression of the throat.
Emotion?
You are not, yes, if you are not able to speak your truth, no, you're collecting trauma because you're in fear, you're afraid, right, of speaking up, you're afraid of fighting back, you're afraid of speaking your mind. Like, this was what was done to us and our ancestors. It's time, if we break it, our kids need to be fully expressive. I don't care if you don't like what they're saying, but you need to listen and you need to let them know you are present. You see them and you hear them. And it's the best way to allow them. If they are going through trauma, allow them to express fully. Because no kids need to collect trauma in this time and age. Not with all the stuff that we are doing as the first ones who woke up. There's a whole bunch of us born in the 70s and 80s and 60s who are already, awake doing stuff. So if the younger ones have to go through the same crap that we went through, that's really wrong. Please, please, please make a difference. It's very important. And if you're feeling the burden, I ask you ground. Drink a lot of water. Connect to Mother Earth and allow the golden light from the top of your chakra to flow into Mother Earth. What you are is like a conduit. You are healing you and everything. Collectively, we heal as oneness. You heal, I heal. Okay? And while I'm here, I just want to offer this. Guys, I heal people for free. If you need a healing, you need help with any kind of stuff, I'm here. So please reach out anytime. Okay? I hope that made sense. I'm gonna stop here just in case anybody wants to say anything. Thank you.
Thank you very
Wow.
much.
I just want to
You
say thank
are
you.
you are gorgeous. You are lovely. You are beautiful. You are needed. You are awesome. Thank you for every word that you said. It literally made my spirit so warm, so comfortable, just so awesome. Thank you for that, Petal. Like I really appreciate that. Like that's amazing. Like you should be proud of yourself. Like in any way, shape, or form. I don't care how people think about that. I fucking love you. I'll love you forever. You could
I
ask me
love you
for
right
anything.
back.
I would
Look,
drive to move you from state to state if you asked me.
Okay.
I'd be like, I'll be there in 3 seconds.
Uh,
I'll get wandering a fucking flight on a plane, and we'll move you together.
all right.
Wondering, how do I show a picture on here though?
What kind of picture?
You just do the green screen, but once
Are
you
you
turn on
guys
your
ready
camera,
for
you
it?
can choose green screen. But I do want
Uh,
Elijah. Elijah wanted to go next. I just want to give Elijah space to
Okay.
speak as well.
I just
After
What
wanted
what
is a
to
Pedal
say
just
thank
green
said,
you to
screen?
Petal.
I don't even know what that means, bro.
For
it's one
I
of
just
the
wanted to
best
say,
things to do.
I don't know. I feel like I'm
it's
800 years old.
basically like this whole thing is just a learning experience. And whatever you learn from every conversation and every experience and everything that you do, every thought, every action, everything, there's always something that comes up behind it. For every action has a reaction, and every reaction has a reaction after that. So, whenever you have like a blockade in your life, go around it. That's pretty much it.
Oh, Elijah, and I'm going to be honest, you would just have to go through it. You can't avoid it.
I mean,
So
yeah,
you can't go left, you can't go right. You have to
yeah, you got
just
a point.
face it head on and go through it. You can't say, "Oh, I'm just going to avoid it. I'm just going to go to the right or left." You're just going to have to be like, "Hey, this is my experience. This is how I feel, and this is how we're doing it today." And then own your consequences for yourself to protect others. And I think that's the most powerful way to avoid spiritual warfare, to be quite honest with you. I think spiritual warfare
Also,
is happening around us every fucking day. And I think it gets harder and harder and harder and harder to deal with it because the spirits are constantly having questions about how they can manipulate.
okay, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible to manifest things into other people's lives?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. With your
Okay.
energy, with your
That's
energy
that's
and
everything I
and
needed to know.
I think that's
yeah,
going to be
bro.
very subjective, Elijah. That's
You,
going to be very
you,
subjective to who you ask, because like for me, like I have no fear, so people can try
you,
and give me fear, but it's not going to affect me. Or people can try and do negative things, but it's not
I'm
in
talking about
my
more physically.
manifestation.
yeah,
Well,
and I
yeah, I
understand
mean,
what you're
it's
saying, Elisha, and
let's
I'm
let
saying,
somebody
and I
else
agree
Okay,
answer
with
too,
so
wondering.
though.
it
Let's let
Just can
somebody
I
correlates.
else
answer
answer
his
too,
question?
though.
Okay, can I give my answer completely before I get cut off?
All right.
It's one at a time, right? On your panel, can I have 1 second to explain what I'm saying?
You're
Thank you,
good.
sir.
Just
I appreciate it, and I also love that you wash your dishes after they've been washed. I think it's beautiful. I know you got clean silverware, bro. Can't wait to come to
it's
your house to
dry
have
in
dinner.
there.
I'll cook it and you fucking serve it, bro. Anyway, so um so
I
Elijah,
fuck with
what
this
I'm
guy.
saying is that so you have energy within yourself that a lot of people don't have and you're trying to understand it. And I'm not giving you that. You've already said it and I get that it's there, right? And you're asking questions that other people don't ask. And I don't have answers for every question that you have. You have to search for those yourself. I'm not here to give you answers. I'm here to give you guidance. And if you want guidance, bro, like hit me up and I'll always guide you through any trouble that you're having. If you need anything, you can hit me up anytime. I promise you, bro. And I will respond immediately. I'm on TikTok probably 24 hours a day, even when I'm at work. But you're you're a beautiful soul, and I want you to know that you're doing it the right way by asking questions without condemnation about others, right? Or other things. You're looking for a journey of truth. And if we all look for this journey of truth, which I think we all are close to being ability to do, this is why I love wandering space, right? He gives people the ability to grow, but he puts constraints on um, allowing other people to control their control of their guidance.
So hold
If
on,
that makes
wait.
sense.
So is
Did I say
consciousness
that right,
like a
Wandering?
bottle?
You'll
I want to
say
put
it
it
so
like
much
this.
better, bro. Like, what's that? I'm sorry, Elijah.
Is consciousness like a bottle of water? Like,
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's like,
consciousness
you know
is
what
the
it is?
water.
It's so it's
But
like
because
I
of
would
the
I would think of it.
confines, hold on.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of it like a bottle of water. Okay, I would think of it like a river that flows through a valley, and it's constantly moving, it's constantly changing, and there's all these blocks and these boulders, and then once the river breaks, right? You can take your kayak down one way or the other, right? But if you're in the water, you don't have a choice. You're just flowing in that water, bro. And unless you can get to one side of the water or the other side of the water, you're still going to float in that water. You're still in the same water. You're still making the same decisions, but it's been broken in half, right? So now there's two different rivers. And then there's two more different rivers, you know? And then down that path,
Yeah, and then
there's
there's like,
another border,
yeah,
you know?
I
And
got you on
then
that
there's
part.
two more, you know what I mean? So it breaks apart your consciousness of understanding. But if you understand, you're comfortable in your space, homie. And it's not my place to tell you when you're comfortable. It's not my place to tell you when you're right. It's my place to help you feel okay in the space you're in right now. And
Okay,
that's it. And I raise you up, Elijah. You're a cool ass motherfucker, and I know that you're gonna do well. You're a badass dude.
Did I have Spirit Noller? Did you want to add to that? I'll let you go next.
Well, yeah. So Elijah wanted to manifest something in somebody
oh
else's
no, I was
reality.
talking about could you do that? Like, is it
Right.
possible to do that?
Hold on, hold
Spirit.
on. We're gonna let
I
Spirit
can,
Noller go.
but to answer the question that he asked before Spirit goes, and Spirit, please tell me if I'm wrong because I'm actually very curious about this. Because I do believe that manifestation is real. And I do believe that you can put yourself into other people's existence and manifest with them, but not for them. And I'd love to hear what you say, Spirit, because you're very knowledgeable, bro.
Thank
Also,
you.
I have another question. What was your culture? Because I heard you talking earlier and you said your culture. Are you Native American?
Yeah, I'm Native American.
What tribe?
I'm a Cree.
Nah, I'm Cherokee. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, l- let's continue. Thanks, guys. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Well, manifesting something into somebody else's reality is like, for me, I don't know, that's against, like, that's on someone else's free will. That's another universal law again. So uh, I guess if things are not going right for me, the best thing I've done is I've just chose to stay positive because I know my thoughts and any energy, which I mean when I speak, goes out into this ethers, and it's gonna happen because whatever we're thinking all the time, that is our reality. Whatever our thoughts are, because the thoughts is no different from speaking. You can't stop a thought. The thought continuously goes out, and that's the biggest part when we're young. And I'm not saying I'm still young. I'm 40 years old and I feel very young. I feel like I'm even looking younger and becoming younger. But I mean, it's about talking to your body. You know, if I got a pain in my arm, I put my hand over it and I talk to it because the body's like our universe. And we got to be more kindly. If we're eating, we got to talk to the water and the food we're putting into us because we're God walking in the flesh. When you speak to something as you're eating it or praying to whatever you're eating, it's going to benefit you. People forget when you drink substances like alcohol, before that gets sent out, they have people that speak on those things, putting negative whatever on it. You know what I mean? And it's all trickery, like what Petal was saying. The words we use are English words. Um, I guess if you really feel like you want to manifest something in someone else's reality, now you're carrying that karma, I guess they call it.
Yeah,
If you're
like what
Are you
comes
talking
around goes
ownership?
energy,
back around to you type stuff.
I, I think we all have our own paths, and we can learn as much as we can from many people. But when it comes down to it, we have to do the work ourselves and go within. We have to trust ourselves and don't be fearful, because when you're born as a baby, you're born without the emotion fear. It's learned. We learn fear.
I would feel sorry.
No, I'm good. I guess that's all I have to say, Elijah. Maybe someone can give a better direction on that question.
No, I already got it. I was just listening to your point of view.
Do you
Can
mind if
In a
JD
sense, I don't
goes?
know. Like, I kind of
Can I
figured it
ask
out
a
myself.
question before everybody else goes to
No, no, no.
spirit?
We
Because
gotta. We
I
okay.
please,
JD,
This is your
please,
last,
please let me.
your last turn right here, and then we
I'm
got to
JD.
move
All right,
the other.
and I promise I
Can I
won't
ask a
interrupt.
question?
I might even drop down after it. Okay,
Yeah.
spirit.
Let me say one thing though.
I
When
hear
you,
everything you're
well,
saying. Okay, I think that you've
well,
said a lot of things very conscionably and accurately. But that's because I just feel it in my soul, right? I don't know if there's a book on this, right? There's no actual book on this. I don't know if manifesting anything is possible for somebody else. I'm saying if you do, that person is wanting the manifestation to become what it is because the person told them that, right? And that's true spiritual power. You're not asking for the person to be like, "Hey, will you make me $1 million?" Because if Wandering and I could fucking give each other $1 million, we would absolutely be just fine, right? But
no, but
I,
you're
but
reacting to outside of you though.
I mean, hey,
but what I'm saying is like, can you explain to me the one point that I don't understand, right? Why would
Okay,
people ask
going
for
through the system.
manifestation?
Manifestation is the point where in your head you realize and you actualize it. So you have to think about it. You have to think about it in your head multiple times, and then you actualize it to making it into happening.
Welcome in, Don.
And
Thank you so
Wandering can
much.
have $1 million? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you
my
It doesn't
can.
work like that.
boy.
It
I
All
doesn't
right,
got
work
you.
like that.
It's
but
gonna happen.
I gotta drop you down now because I don't have very much time left. I want to let everybody else speak, but I do love you, bro. I do have JD questions who has not spoken yet, so I thank you, Don, for just chiming in there because yes, it is kind of like the planting of a seed in this reality.
It is. I'm a spiritual person, so
Hey, I just will add on here. Those are some great tips. I think I love what Spirit Noller said, and how you become much more observant of yourself when you eat, speak, touch, or think. Right. So all of that plays into
or
your
feel,
reality.
or feel,
What was that?
or feel.
Yeah. Feeling is the experience, right? You have to feel the experience. That's how everything becomes real. I feel like that's sort of the key to the experience itself that we're in. So then,
The
so
key to the
understanding that,
pod.
and then I think you can't really manifest things in other people's life, because you are manifesting within yourself first, right? So whatever it is that you're thinking of bringing in, you're bringing in within yourself first, always, right? Because everything starts with you. So you can feel
Yes,
that,
and
and
it
then you
all
have to change your. Hold on.
okay.
Yeah, sorry guys, one at a time, please. So JD question, and then Don, you'll be right after him. You can, and we won't interrupt you when it's your turn,
I'm
Don.
sorry.
Cool, thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
So the way I understand it is that, right, if I want to manifest something, I have to become it. Meaning, whatever it is, if you're thinking you're gonna, manifest something in somebody else's life, what you're doing there is basically it's a confusing thing. You're changing your vibration, and you're not fully manifesting that in yourself, and you cannot fully manifest that in the other. Well, you might be able to. I mean, I don't know, and I don't think that's how it works, but I think you have to become what you're trying to manifest, and that requires a change in your body, in your vibration, in the way you think, you feel, you walk, talk, all of that stuff, right? So you become what you want to try to manifest, and the universe will give you opportunities. That's what it does. If you want to manifest something, it will create situations that will come in your way. You just have to become aware of it. What is this, the what you haven't done before, and it requires you to change, right? Whatever that you're manifesting $1 million. How are you going to get $1 million? You going to win the lottery? I don't know. The odds are possibly there, maybe. But then what else can you do that's going to require growth in you? You have to be more disciplined, for example. You have to, talk to people that you didn't feel comfortable talking to in the past, possibly, right? Things like that will start to come up a lot more because the universe is trying to give you the opportunities to expand, right? It wants you to grow in your way of being so your vibrations can change. If you're stuck in your same way, your vibrations will never change, right? You'll just bitch and complain that it doesn't work, right? So you have to become something, and in order to become something, you have to observe a lot more, and you have to open yourself up to change, because I think the main word for life is change. Everything changes. So then we have to learn to expand and bring in more possibilities for any kind of manifestation. That's the only way it works. And the universe will work with you at that point when you're open to it. You don't tell it how to do it because it doesn't have a boss. You don't control the universe, right? The universe is there to give you the opportunities to say, okay, this is what you want. All right, let me create something interesting scenarios for you now, and I'll bring it to you, and then let's see if you can handle those to a stepping stone to your manifestation, right? It depends on what you're trying to manifest. That's the way, at least, I understand it. And then I have done it, many times. But once that connection is built and that understanding is within you, that this is how I'm going to approach this, you are constantly looking to change, and you're constantly looking to find new experiences to expand on, because that's the path you're building. Anytime you close yourself up, it won't open up then, right? You said put yourself back at that point. Yeah, go on. I'll stop here.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Dawn, I would love to hear your knowledge on this subject for anybody out there who's wondering. We're here to help spread awareness and truth.
He is completely correct. As I believe. I manifest, I do a lot of stuff. Come on, I'm sitting here with 13 chihuahuas and everybody's quiet. But that's not the point. The point is, yes, all you got to do is look into yourself and see who you are, and you have to listen, because that's what they give you, is you listen. But if you don't listen, then you're not going to receive. So you have to be quiet sometimes and just listen, like I just did. I shut up and I listened, and I heard something that I really needed to hear, because I'm healing from a lot of negative stuff. So it's hard, but you know what? I'm coming back to what I am, and I'm growing. And I found out the more I try to say no to it, the harder it hurts. So the more I just absorb and I love it, the better I get. And the more energy I can give to everybody else. Because I've given so much energy out to everybody that I have nothing left for me. And that's what I have to learn, is I have to reserve a special amount for me. Does that make sense to everybody?
It very much does.
Definitely.
I hear you.
Because you kind of give everything out to everybody, and then you have no reserves left, because everybody's like, can you help me? Can you do this? Can you do that? Even spiritually or any energy wise, everybody wants energy from me, because I give energy. That's my thing. But that's because I have so many little dogs, and animals give you energy. But in the past year, I've lost so many animals, so many special beings.
I'm so sorry.
Because I've had so much energy taken from me, so I've taken energy, and I didn't mean to. They just give it, because they're undoubtedly the most loving creatures in the world.
I feel I know what you mean.
Okay, I just want to point out that's a W to whoever's watching Amazing World of Gumball.
Wondering, can I just say a couple things and then I have to go because it's almost 3 o'clock.
I will take my next
Yes,
to whoever
please.
needs to go next.
That would be wonderful. I'm going to end soon, anyways, about 20 minutes. So go ahead, Petal. We'd
Oh,
love to
good.
hear from you.
Perfect. So I would just want to talk about what Elijah asked about manifesting for others or creating a reality for others. See, when you speak, right, you're creating. So, I'll give you an example. Imagine you have a child and you're outside with the child. The child's playing, right? And you as a parent, you want them to be careful, right? And you say something like, "Oh, don't climb that. Be careful. You might fall." Right? Next thing you see, they fall. Okay? This is literally what creating for other is. Okay?
Okay,
You
so if you really
actually
want
right
something
now.
to man,
Hold on. Right now, the way things are, we have the ability to manifest in the now. So when you speak for yourself or for others, try to be positive because when you speak something negative, it will probably manifest and then you might not be okay with it, right? This is what it is. Now, that was just a small example of what actually happens. A lot of times you'll notice this happen. You're cutting something and somebody says, "Oh, that's a very sharp knife, be careful." Next thing you know, you cut your finger, right? So, this is how it is. Now, words are spells, okay? You are literally spelling with every word. So, this is why we say positive thoughts, positive energy, positive creation, right? It's that simple. And yes, you can manifest for others because we are constantly in touch with others, we are constantly around others, and we are with our family members, right? And we're always speaking and talking and sharing information or words. So this is what it is. So you have to be careful. Another thing that was brought up was free will. Guys, we are in a fishbowl. There is no free will. We are watched every second. So don't think there is free will because there isn't. That's just BS they've given us to make us think we actually have free will. We don't. Okay. So there is nothing like that. So having said that, you are able to manifest for others good or bad. Try to manifest always good because this then will kind of it's like a ripple effect, right? You do good, more good happens, and this is what we are here to do. Basically, small acts of kindness will go a long way. For you, it might be a couple dollars or a bar, like Wandering was saying, or a meal. For them, it could be the only meal they had in a whole week. Is that big an impact? You see? So just try to always be on a positive thought process, right? Because that's what we are really trying to do is bring this whole planet that's been in the negative out into the positive, right? Out into the light. This is what we need. So yeah, I'm going to end there. And thank you so much for allowing me on your panel again. I've been here one more time before. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And wherever you are, I hope you have a great day or night. I'm going to call it a night because it is almost 3 in the morning here.
It was absolutely wonderful to have you.
It was
Thank
nice
you.
to speak to you and
You're
listen to
awesome.
you. Bless you. Can I ask you in your language, how do you say bless you?
Oh, let me see. I don't even know. And you know what? I don't use that word too much.
There's no word for it. It's only in the
Listen,
English
listen.
language
Because
because
it's
it's not a good word to be
be
used.
less, right? It says be less.
No,
So I try not to
they
use
have
it.
another word. They have another word that says bless.
Oh, I
No,
don't
that's
know.
only an
Good
English
morning.
word.
It's only an English word. It's not in any other word. And
Can I give
Us,
you
even like
God's
good morning.
grace
Good
in
morning is
your
not a.
language? Can I say
you
something like
can
that?
say it's like Ashirwad. Ashirwad is something similar, but it's done with a hand on the head, like
That is
wishing
correct.
you
It's
well,
different.
kind of
It's
wishing
different,
you
but
well.
it's the same. Yes, I know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I wish I
But
could do all of that.
The English language is even all spellery. It's not right.
why does my cat do that randomly when I'm
What?
stressed the fuck out? Like my cat will randomly like walk up to me and like press its hand upon my forehead.
Good night, Petal.
Can I say
Thanks
one
for
thing?
being here, Petal.
And I'll be real brief,
Yeah, Junie.
if I could,
Yeah,
sir.
you haven't spoken like at all, actually. So thank you.
Yeah, I just try to be respectful when I come to the panel, you know, and show discipline as well, because in my spiritual journey, I'm just to a point where I realize that that's super important, you know. So, um, when it comes to the power of manifestation, we're always manifesting all the time. It's not something that's far out, hard to reach. We're always manifesting. The thing is, we have to take responsibility for what we are manifesting. And instead of
Correct.
manifesting a bunch of junk, we have the power to manifest the things that we desire.
Desire
And,
is a triple trickety slope.
and that's the difference. We are very
Sorry.
powerful individuals, and we have a lot more power than we think we do a lot of times. And that's what I wanted to share.
I completely agree with you. And I'm sending love and light all to you and prayers. You are a good man and a respectful man.
Yes, sir. Yes, he is. He's beautiful. And yeah, words are very powerful. So you have to think about what you're thinking about and the intention behind the word. So it's not only just the words you're saying, because some people maybe get hung up on the syllables, but it's just like your intention behind each word. So whenever you call yourself any sort of mental disability, you're just reaffirming that for your body. So try to avoid those kind of things when we're talking about manifestation. Try and tell yourself you are brilliant, you are amazing, you are loved. The universe is here for you. You are the universe. Everything is going to flow. It needs to flow towards you. And that's why all of us love to hear manifestations, or not manifestations, but affirmations. Because affirmations help you to manifest your greatest reality. So saying positive things about yourself, saying positive things about the people around you, saying, I apologize to myself for thinking I wasn't enough, saying thank you for giving me breath and life and just every day that you've kept me alive and healthy. And then just say, like, I love you for all that you are, all the stars in the sky that make up who you are, the
Moon
whole
and back.
universe. Yes. So cute.
My favorite thing.
Doggo.
Oh, excuse me.
No, you can talk. Sorry, I didn't mean to take.
Totally distraction.
Oh, cute. That's really
I know,
cute.
yeah.
It's
I
a
know,
it's
right?
funny.
Oh my
So
god.
I
cute.
was just trying to distract everybody from negativity. We needed some positivity.
Yeah, that's about as positive as I could get. Oh my god. Oh
His
my.
eyes
Wait,
just
hold on a
opened.
second. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I need a name for him. I thought it should be Opal, but it's a boy, so I can't name him Opal.
Who's manifesting
Honestly,
more
you
love
could
here?
you could
This is
name
the
him
opportunity,
Opie,
right?
which is short, could be short for Opal.
Can we
Then
name
I'm
him
gonna
Oprah?
think of that old movie where they used to call him Opie.
It's just Andy Griffith. It's Opie
That
with
is
his
it. That is
son.
completely it.
It's just Andy Griffith.
Let's just name
I
him
like
Jimmy.
Jude. What'd you
I,
say?
li- I like Jimmy.
You
Well,
can't name a dog Jimmy.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
you
stick to
can.
Crystal.
No, you can't.
The mo-
Like,
I'm
oh
all out
yeah,
for a
hi,
name.
this is my dog Jimmy.
His name's Dimitri.
You see him kiss, like he's so cute. Look at his eyes just opened.
Really? Oh, get him out of the camera. The blue light
Jay,
isn't
his
good
eyes
for
just
him.
opened. This is his mom. Hold on, she's running.
Pepino.
Come here, baby.
Pepino.
Yes, a bambino. This is his mom. Hold on. No fighting, Julie.
Oh wait, Chihuahua.
Micro teacup
Big old
Chihuahua.
ears. Oh my god.
I like that though.
You have to tell me
Pepino.
how those ears.
She's got like 5 babies under the bed.
No.
Are you selling
It's
them by chance?
the one you're holding is the
I
one
want
you're
one.
keeping.
This one?
Yeah, you're keeping him.
It's
No.
Pepino.
Oh, but
No,
that's
I'm not keeping them. I already have. Sorry, I already have 12.
Oh God.
oh wow. I don't know if I could look
My
at that
small-
face
my
and
small-
say, well, I can't.
Yeah, my smallest is 6.5 years old, and he's 1.5 pounds.
Pepino, it's a great name.
Look at shoe once and back.
All right,
And
back
yes,
to the topic.
I just want to say
Oh, right,
something.
right,
So
right.
like
Back
real
to the-
quick, I just want
Can
to.
I
Back
say
to the
something?
back.
Hold on,
I
guys.
wish.
Let me go ahead. Spirit Noller and then Elijah next.
I just want to say, with it's too bad Petals left because she said we didn't have free will, and I understand that concept of the way we're living with money and pay to live here. That's not free will, that part, but everything I've done in my life, good or bad, was with my own intentions of my own will. At least I thought that part of it was my free will. Because
You
like
do have free
the
will.
thoughts, that's what I mean. And I didn't. She left right away, but I understand the fact that a lot of this world takes away part of that free will with all that. But could it come
It
to
does.
the point where that world would? I don't think the world would take away my free will of my own thoughts and my own intentions. Now, would it? You know what I mean?
But yes, I do, and I know, but they do. It's just like other parts of the world, they circumcise women like they circumcise boys.
I don't
Wouldn't
quite.
say
That's off
that.
topic. I
We
didn't know
don't.
that
Yeah,
was
we
going.
don't need to get
That's,
into
I don't
that.
understand.
we don't
that. I was
really.
going
I don't
towards.
know.
But
if
it's
we-
religion. It's the same thing. Like she said, it's free will, but it's not.
I don't.
That's why I'm understanding. It's not free will for some people, but for us, we have free will. For them, they really don't.
This is
Yeah. So to a
unfortunately
certain
not the
degree.
topic. It's an important discussion, but
Well,
not the topic.
Vivi,
Oh,
let me
sorry.
just
I
explain it
thought
for
you were-
everybody, kind of just to kind of bring it back. So, to some degree, what Petal was saying for her makes sense. But maybe she just didn't. She may have wanted to clarify some things if we were to tell her this, like some of the things we're saying. Because I think maybe what she meant is that we're kind of in a world where it seems like you do kind of need to go to a job. You need to work some hours. You need to pay your rent. You need to get a car. Like all these things are sort of a way that we're not totally in that free will state where we can just live under a tree and go hike in the woods and gather our food from the woods. That's not exactly a possibility right now. So I think maybe that's what she was getting at. I don't want to get too hung up on that. We do
Yeah, I
have
think that's
8
where she was
minutes
going
left.
at too. I knew that.
Yeah.
And I know that English is not her first language, but I know that. But I wanted to ask her that question just to kind of clarify on that part. That's all.
Yeah,
I
no
guess-
worries. No worries.
Okay, so just to verify,
But I do want to let Elijah
we
go
were
next.
talking about dictatorships, correct?
To a certain degree, yes. But we don't want to use
Okay.
any specific words like that because it just kind of brings the mood down, the vibration down.
Okay.
Because we don't need to live in that reality. No worries, John. You're fine.
It's just
You're
the
new here.
reality we live in, but it's
No, I
okay.
got you. I'm still trying to get used to that.
May I say before he goes, we're in a screwed up reality right now, so we're just all trying to stay in the up kind of language.
Yes, we're going to bring about that up kind of.
Oh, look at this is my baby. Now the next person goes.
Love that. Bye bye.
All right, go ahead, Elijah.
Huh? What?
It's your turn.
Oh, all
Oh,
right.
just any closing thoughts for today from our talks?
Sorry, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know, right on the spot. Just, huh? Right.
That's
He's
beautiful,
just
man.
like, what?
You are welcome, and thank you so much for being here with us. And I'm grateful for you, my bro. I'm
All
grateful for
right.
you.
Thank you, man. Also, wondering, I did send a DM. I wanted to talk to you further into like certain topics that you can't go on live and talk about.
Okay, yeah, I normally do lives about uh, most of the day, so I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. But
All
yeah,
right.
no worries, man. I'll definitely respond back when I'm able to. But as this thing blows up, we'll have to just start helping each other out with some of this information, and I'll be as much service as I can be.
You have been
Um,
getting a lot more likes.
Look
I
at
think
that.
everybody wants to help each other, and that's the only point that
Yes.
this is about.
Yes, a lot of people on this panel too. You could probably reach out to as well if you followed any of them, like Nola or me too. I can. A lot of times when people like you or anybody ask me questions, I'll ask some of my mentors as well, just for insight, or I'll like resort to different books, and I'll get back to you with different things that I've learned from other people because a lot of other people have tapped into this knowledge base, and I don't have to tap into it myself because it can be kind of taxing to like try and get connection to the ether and answer a question when the ether is like, hey, it's already been answered in this book. Like, go ahead and resort to that. So,
Yeah.
I
anyways.
can understand that.
You just got to know when you're reading, especially when you have intuition, like I do and a lot of people do. You can like read it and you can sense like what are the things that are truthful and what are the things that are just kind of put in there, and there's that person's ego. So that's a big thing, like with the celestial code books, like the Bible, or any of these Quran or any of these certain books. There's certain things in there that are like governmental structures that you don't need to listen to that kind of stuff, and then there's the secrets hidden
Yeah.
between there. So very beautiful way of reading with
Yes, I
intuition.
apologize for the other thing.
Oh,
I would
no
like.
You
worries.
read
Son.
every
Okay,
as command.
I'll definitely talk to you later, Elijah. I'm gonna drop you down,
I would like
and
to.
Junie, go ahead. What would you like? Closing thoughts here.
Yeah, my closing thoughts and the conclusion that I've came to is I hear people say all the time about how messed up the world is, and I get that. However, I don't see it that way. I see the physical reality as a great experience because I operate from the higher mind. So I look at things just a little bit different. Even when I'm faced with something that I might not prefer, I still look at it as an opportunity. So I'm here collecting information and experiences that I can take back, quote unquote, to my natural state. So I guess it's all about perspective and how and what portion of oneself that individual wants to operate from. It's not a burden. It shouldn't be looked at as something negative. And if it is, I think that would mean at that very moment we need to go back within because there's a block somewhere. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Go within because that beautiful reality, like I tell people already, I'm living in utopia already. Please come join me. Like this utopia is available right now. And people are like, no, it's not. I'm in this, the world is falling, the world's burning. Well, is that your world? Because my world is not. My world is beautiful and lovely, and I enjoy every minute of it. So thank you so much,
That's
Shuni.
correct.
Yeah,
Look at
so Don, did you have any closing thoughts for us before I drop you down?
I do. You want to know? Love is unconditional. Love is unconditional, and we forgive or we forget. And everybody forgets that about love. They're all into, oh, the material things. There's no material things. You know what? I could be homeless and have just what I have right now, and I'd be perfectly fine. But you know
Beautiful.
what? In the end, we have to give everything we can to everybody else because that's what it's about. To love is to receive. To receive is to love. To understand is to understand. Because if you don't understand, you're never going to understand. But if you show understanding, you will understand. So before I leave, God bless you all. I love you all. Whatever you feel,
Thank
whatever you
you.
believe, I love you all. And I hope you guys all have peace. I'm going to go cuddle with a bunch of puppies.
We love you too, and that sounds like heaven.
Yes, you're awesome. Peace to you. All right, JD, questions, final thoughts.
Hey man, so I guess the what I would say is basically this life is precious, right? Every breath you take is as real as it gets. You gotta learn to step into the world with a view that's it's your world. Always speak your truth. Love is always without armor, right? So you don't need armor to show love. And you have to walk in the light of who you truly are. Be authentic always, and watch the world shift around you at that point. Because it's one thing to just talk about it, but what you're really here for is to become it, and that's what you got to do: figure out who you are and then become it. Those are my closing thoughts.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
All right, man. You
much.
guys have a great night.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we'll have a good night. Uh,
You have a good night.
look, Linda, I loved what you were saying in the comments, and I thought maybe you could just do some closing thoughts as I'm going to brush my teeth if that's okay. So I won't be able to speak for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And thank you for having me up. But I was thinking about like next time, like, next time you go live, I don't want to keep you and everybody. I know you're trying to close it down, and that's all good. And so just like closing thoughts is like, you know, we're all individual human beings, and no politics, and no country, and and no flag or imposing rule can actually can actually like inhibit the search for ourselves, like in our own selves to go within to find like our own truths. Um, so it's just like the well is so deep, and ultimately, if we could take the time, to have that time where we don't have to worry about survival, like Maslow's theory of hierarchy, survival, and then you go up, 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 up to like having like a spiritual, epiphany, you know. But it's like we're not really granted that time of like paid leave for like 6 months just to like meditate and consider. But um, it is. I really do feel like it's difficult to do, like trying to balance the rat race out, like going to work and whatnot. But we definitely all have the potential. We have such amazing potential to dive deep and then just find the love and to be able to exhibit that, even during the difficult and the hard times of life, which is like a fact of life. Whether it's working and or caring for your loved ones or caring for children. It's just being alive, and it is a gift. I mean, and I don't know what the fact is, 1 in 400 billion sperm whatever make it to actual
Right.
person. It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
What are the
Like,
odds?
what are the odds, man? The odds are big. And I just really love what I was hearing on this live. I'd love to join up next time, and I don't want to keep you guys, but I'm really glad I found you, And I'll come up next time. I'm gonna put you on my little bell, little notification. So hopefully I'll see you, and I have little bell, little notification. So hopefully I'll see you, and I would love to join in next time. Viv, let's see, how
I
do I
don't
do
use
that?
TikTok. He's your
Oh,
best bet.
okay. I don't know how to use anything else. That's my go-to. Yeah.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, and there is like so much discussion about just edifying each other and allowing each other, like supporting each other in the search, because the mainstream, I know I see people all day, not that I'm judging them. Well, I'm judging them from the outside, but the people that I personally know, like my coworkers and stuff, like I don't find them like trying to deeply seek the answer to anything. So I don't know if it's like a certain setup or a makeup or a person or a drive or what, but it definitely should be more mainstream, than it is. And anyway, I'd love to talk about it in the future, so keep me in the loop, okay?
I would love to. It's up to wandering though.
What's up to wandering?
Yeah, is keeping her in the loop.
Yes, I'll do my best. I post it or I'll go live and then I go to share it with people and I forget who told me to share it with them. And so I feel weird. I'm like, I don't want to like push myself on people and like be just sharing it with everybody, but maybe I should just spam share it with just everybody who I'm friends with. And they can just unfriend me if they don't like that I'm sharing it because I don't know.
Sounds
I'm not
pretty good.
And you know what I just did? I followed you and I went to your name and then I turned on notifications. Yeah, so it's gonna pop up on my end, so you don't have to worry. Don't think about me again. You're gonna pop up on me, and I'm gonna go to you. So it's gonna be all good.
all right.
I would love to see
Sounds
you
good.
again. Thanks so much for letting me come up for a moment. Yeah,
Yeah, no worries. I'm glad you're here. My favorite thing to do is listen to people speak their truth, and I can tell when people are speaking their truth and when they're being kind
yeah.
of like, not really. I have that
Mm.
strong intuition. I feel like I'm more the feminine side, and my wife is like actually pretty masculine, honestly. Like she's like a go-getter. So
It
As
we all
works.
long
It
have
as
a
you
little
works
bit of
out.
that.
compliment each other.
Yeah, it works.
We definitely have a lot of headbutting, but it's all fun now. We definitely play with it now. We're not as aggressive as we used to be
Oh,
and
that's
challenging each other. But challenging each other is all a part of love. So,
that sounds
Exactly. Yeah,
hey,
pretty
thanks for
healthy.
having me.
it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh,
All right, well,
All
I
right. I love you all.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say I'll
end it
let you
here.
guys go. Yeah, I love you, and I
yeah.
hope I'll see
Good
you
night,
again soon.
wandering. Thank you for having
All
me
right.
up. I'm gonna send you my message again. Thanks for having me up, and I appreciate you.
Oh yes, you're welcome. I'm so glad
Ciao,
that
love.
you came in here. All right, peace to you. I'm gonna disconnect you guys and then I'll bring here. Oh, thank you everybody. 10.1K, 16 people still in the room. I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit of a positive message. Yes, I brushed my teeth while Look was just up here, and that was awesome. I just felt like it was appropriate for her to be there. So, when it comes to what are your thoughts on the spiritual world, the spirit world is not far away. It is the next breath, the next heartbeat, a shimmering layer of reality that hums beneath our own. It is a realm of light and thought, where love is the substance of the air and time flows like a gentle river. Here we are met by those who know us beyond words, guides, friends, and family who help us heal, remember, and prepare for what comes next. It is this place. There are no goodbyes, only the endless homecoming of the souls to its native shores. So there's no need to fear, my friends. We're all going to integrate, and if you truly find that love deep in your heart, you can share that love with all the people around you, and it's just going to be like a rock thrown into the ocean. The ripple of love will just spread and cover this whole world. And so I'm thankful for you and for sharing this smile that I'll share with you. I know it's a little weird. I love it.